It's the Orioles on Masson, and we welcome you back to Camden Yards. After a day off, the Orioles back to work, this time against the Tampa Bay Rays, in the beginning of yet another important three-game set, and we will be saying that, hopefully, for every single series yet to go for the Orioles. It was a great weekend, 2-2. That's how it split up. It left the Orioles one game behind the Yankees. Another something's got to give series. The Orioles are going to face the best pitching staff in baseball. When you look at the ERA, the team that has given up the second fewest home runs, Tampa Bay. The Orioles, on the other hand, that's how they live and die. So something's going to have to give. This is what it looks like with 22 games remaining for the Orioles on their schedule. It is a tough schedule. 6 against the Rays, including the last 3. They are 6-6 so far. 3 against the A's, one of the hottest teams in baseball right now. 6 against the Red Sox, a team that you know is going to want to do to the O's what the O's did to them last year. 4 against the Blue Jays. That's a big series with a doubleheader included. That's a series that's got to be won. And 3 against Seattle. You see the strength of schedule. 6 easiest in the American League. Still very tough baseball games, Mike.
Sure is. I'll tell you what, well, the games against Tampa, obviously the big swing games within your division. Both teams hunting down the New York Yankees for that top spot. So those games are going to be as competitive as you can get. Now, when they go out to the West Coast, tough trip out there. The Oakland A's, you had said it, the hottest team in baseball. What a great challenge for them. Both teams fighting for that wild card spot. So tough games there. But I'll tell you what, the Red Sox, the Blue Jays, and Seattle are the games that concern me the most, because these teams are now here to try to disrupt, the teams that are making it to the playoffs. So you have to be heads up. You had mentioned the Red Sox are trying to look for payback. Now that they've had a dismal season, they want to be the team that plays spoiler. Toronto, they're healthy again. They have Brett Lowry back and JP Arancibia, so it's going to be a tough stretch.
And for the Orioles, you got to take the series. You're looking, obviously, you want to win them all, but you're really looking to take the 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 when you play in these series. It won't be easy to do against Tampa Bay. These two teams historically have played 500 against one another. They're doing the same thing this year. 3-3 at Camden Yards. Look at the batting average. 215 for the Orioles, 243 for the Rays. Not a lot of home runs, and the Rays with that ERA. At Tampa Bay, the record's the same. The average is absolutely nothing for either team there. Not a lot of home runs. It has been all about pitching, both home and on the road for these teams.
Yeah, well, Tampa Bay obviously built themselves around pitching. So I'll tell you what this series is going to boil down to. It's going to boil down to mistakes and taking advantage of opportunities. Tampa has historically always played small ball well. They like to bunt, they like to hit and run, send guys in motion, so they put the pressure on the defense. Whoever can capitalize on taking advantage of runners in scoring position and minimizing their mistakes are the teams that are going to come out on top.
It is another one of the great ironies of this season is that these two teams who are battling for a division lead are the 2 worst defensive teams in the American League. They are last in the case of the Orioles, next to last in case of the Rays in errors committed. That's unbelievable.
Well, it really is, especially Tampa Bay. You look at their team built around pitching. You would think that they would try to have solid defense to support that pitching staff. Well, but the Orioles, I'll tell you what, they have played great defense here since the second half. Sure, the first half it was dismal. They've been able to patchwork some things. They brought up Manny Machado at third base to solidify the infield. And, of course, the outfield with Nate McLouth now solidified that. So their defense has played a lot better. So hopefully, the mistakes on the defensive end will be at a minimum there. But, like I said, taking advantage of mistakes with both teams, playing rough defense, you got to capitalize on those. And hopefully the Orioles can stay consistent defensively here out the stretch.
And trying to add a little depth with the injury to Nick Markakis to give themselves some options. LJ Hose has been added, and DeChavez is here as expected. So the Orioles a little more maneuverability when it comes to what they want to do at the top of the order and also in the outfield. This is 9-11, and the Orioles and all of Major League Baseball will recognize it. Let's go down to the field.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please rise and that gentlemen remove your hats as we welcome the Baltimore City Fire Department Honor Guard, who will present the colors for this evening's game. Tonight, we ask that you join the Baltimore Orioles, Tampa Bay Rays, and all of Major League Baseball in pausing to remember those who lost their lives or loved ones on September 11th, 2001. We also pay tribute to the men and women who continue to serve our country, and we honor a pledge made 11 years ago. We shall not forget. remain standing as we welcome members of our Star-Spangled Banner.
Is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by Jeep. Jeep and the unique brand of freedom you'll find only in the full line of Jeep vehicles. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. An absolutely glorious day yesterday and again today here in Baltimore, and what a great evening. Our train game time temperature to start this ball game, 78 degrees, and it couldn't be more comfortable. Visit train.com for an independent train comfort specialist dealer near you. It's hard to stop a train. Let's take a look at the starting lineup for Joe Madden's team, brought to you by Dodge. It'll be Upton, Keppinger, Zobrist, Longoria, Joyce, Francisco, Scott, Roberts, and Molina. Matt Joyce has had a very strong season against the Orioles. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out their powerful lineup.
And here's tonight's scouting report on Jason HAMMEL. Set the tone. This series has the makings of being pitcher dominated, so Jason wants to go out there and do things the right way, establish his presence and the Orioles' presence for his whole staff. He has a strong arm indeed. It was his knee that was the problem. He spent about 2 months on the disabled list, but had a great first start coming off the disabled list with 6 strikeouts in 5 innings, good velocity, and a great bite on that swing and miss slider. And field your position. Joe Madden and the Rays like to put the pressure on the defense, so he's got to be able to contain that running game and field the bunts when needed.
And here is B.J. Upton, who will lead it off, and we are underway. Upton comes in with a 3-game hit streak into the ball game for Tampa Bay. You see the innings pitched, hits lower than that, not a lot of walks. Lefties have really struggled. Righties have had the better of it when it comes to average. And the slider will be taken away. Upton, a red-hot hitter, coming in with the 3-home-run ball game that he put up against Texas. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and that pitch is down low for a ball. And also, of course, a speedster. One of those leadoff hitters who brings both power and speed to the top of the order. He's had 3 home runs over the last 3 games. Machado plays it on the hop. Got it.
Take a look at the Orioles defense. Nate McLouth in left field, Adam Jones in center. Lou Ford gets a start in right field. Machado and Reynolds on the corners, and Hardy Andino back up the middle with Matt Wieters doing the catching.
One of the hottest hitters on this team standing in, Jeff Keppinger. You see that average at .328, 6 home runs, 39 RBIs over the past month. Since August 9, he's the American League's leading hitter. He's hitting .370 over the last month. And the pitch will be taken for a ball. He's not going to show up in any of the stats for league leaders because he doesn't have enough at bats. He doesn't qualify. If he did, he would be second only to Mike Trout in the average for the season. 2-0.
Well, I'll tell you what, the Orioles have their hot hitter, Mark Reynolds, who's just been on fire as of late. KEPPINGER for the Rays. And both teams have really played great baseball since the All-Star break.
2-0 delivery on the way. Grounded to third again. Backing up on it. Machado, he's got it. And the out.
That's a real good play.
Joe Madden's team 77 and 63, 2 games behind the Yankees and a game behind the Orioles. You take a look at our Worth repeating, talking about the Orioles. He says they're not going anywhere. People that expect them, the Orioles, to go away, they're totally wrong. They ain't going anywhere.
Well, it's true. I mean, Buck Showalter has certainly led this team in the right direction and just gotten better and better and started to believe in themselves. And now it's just a push for the playoffs.
Here is Ben Zobrist. Zobrist 10th in walks, second in doubles, 10th in doubles rather, and second in walks in the American League with that .262 batting average. He's had one of the better numbers against the Orioles this year, hitting .278 with a home run and 3 RBIs against the O's. Hammel trying to have a real quick inning here. 30-year-old right-hander, 1-1 delivery and a great off-speed breaking ball.
Well, Joe Madden knows more than any other manager about not counting teams out, as they were kind of a surprise back in 2008, but boy, they have consistently made pushes to the postseason since then.
Hammel will miss up high. Bit ironic, Hammel was with Tampa Bay, and he's facing his former team for the first time. Never faced the club he pitched for. He was there 2006 to 2008 with the Rays. 2-ball, 2-strike delivery on the way to Zobrist. The off-speed pitch outside. It'll go full 3-2. Hammel coming in, of course, second appearance since the right knee surgery, and he went on the DL July 15. Last outing against the Yankees, 1 run, 6 hits over 5. And he got that one in there and got him, and Zobrist was walking away before the call was made. So Hammel has a very strong first inning. We'll take a look at the Oriole lineup when we come back. Of 10 for both the Rays and the Orioles. Let's take a look at the Orioles starting lineup, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. McLouth, Hardy, and Jones, Wieters, Reynolds, and Davis, Ford, Machado, and Andino. Adam Jones this season, best numbers average-wise against the Rays for the O's.
And here's the scouting report tonight from Matt Moore. Good rookie indeed. 10 wins on the year, 3.66 earned run average, but 161 strikeouts. Second among American League rookies behind Texas's Yu Darvish. But he's been in a groove here lately. In his last 8 starts, 4-2 with a 2.36 earned run average, 55 strikeouts, and only 15 walks. And he has easy power, nice smooth delivery, fluid arm, and the ball just explodes out of his hand. Fastball can get up to 97 miles an hour.
He has retired 70% of leadoff batters on the season. You see the better average for the lefties. The home runs have been hit with the righties. And that first pitch is going to go through Molina and all the way to the backstop. Here is Nate McLouth continuing in that leadoff spot. He comes in having faced Tampa Bay just 5 at-bats this year, 2 for 5. Keppinger coming over to talk to the rookie pitcher here after he bounced that one. I asked Buck Showalter today about the leadoff spot. McLouth's in it, even though it's a left-hander. He said if he takes it and runs with it, it's his. Otherwise, we're going to take a look at the matchups, and we'll do what we have to do based on a game-to-game basis. So it's if Nate can hit the left-handers, continues to get on, steal a few bases. Buck Showalter obviously wants him in that spot because it gives him that speed option. And the pitch will be taken outside, and a 2-ball, 1-strike count.
No, he's no stranger to that leadoff spot. He's done it before, so it's just a matter of getting up there and producing right now with the couple weeks left in the season. If he can establish himself, boy, would that be a big boost for the Orioles.
Shattered bat. The bat's a base hit, but the ball is going to be an out. Played by Scott on the flip to Moore.
Take a look at Tampa Bay's pitching staff before the All-Star break. Opponents average 245. K's around 8. 373 earned run average. That's before the break, but after the break they have been red hot. Opponents average just 205, really low, 2.42 earned run average, and more strikeouts as well, 8.81. So they are on fire, and their offense has picked it up a little bit as well since the All-Star break.
Rays staff on pace for American League strikeout record right now, which would best the 2001 Yankees. They're also trying to become the major league's leading best staff. Here's Hardy at the plate. And that doesn't happen very often. Pat Hickey over there, the pitching coach, would only be the 6th American League team in the last 40 years to lead the majors in ERA. That is generally won by a National League team. 1-0 count on Hardy. And Hardy will get jammed and pop it up in the infield. Second base. Roberts will put it away, and there are 2 down.
And here's a look at the Tampa Rays defense tonight. Francisco in left field, Upton in center, Joyce over in right, Keppinger playing third base, Zobrist at short, Roberts playing second, Luke Scott at first base, and Molina doing the catching.
Adam Jones coming up, 29 home runs, 74 RBIs, closing back in on the 300 batting average. Every homer he hits is a new career high for him, and he continues to be a leader when it comes to Orioles winning with those home runs. 2 down, and the pitch will be taken outside for a ball. For Adam, the 393 average and 3 home runs in his last 7 ball games. And the home runs continue to be a factor in that they either tie or give the Orioles the lead in a game. They have had 18 of his 29 home runs have either tied, 3 of them, or given the O's the lead, 15 of them.
He's been so consistent all year for the Orioles offensively. Went into a little home run drought, but has picked up the pace here recently.
2-0 delivery to him, and that will be taken inside. The Orioles, of course, have done well against left-handers. They are 23-14 against left-handed starters. They've been at the top of the pile in the American League against southpaws in wins. 3-0 delivery to Jones, and he's taking, and the pitch is in there for a strike. For Adam against left-handers this season, he's hitting .301. It's about 15 points higher than he is against right-handers. He's had 7 of his 29 home runs against lefties. This 23-year-old lefty with a 3-1. Jones will pop it up in the air and back into the seats. The Orioles are going to win. They're going to have to beat some left-handers down the line. Teams are stockpiled with them because of the expanded rosters. They've got the best win percentage against lefties, 7th best average, and they're 10th in home runs against southpaws, led by Jones, Nick Markakis injured, Matt Wieters with a .306 and 3 homers. Surgery today, of course, for Nick Markakis. They put the pins in that thumb, and if all goes well, they'll come out in about 3 weeks. There's the first base runner of the ball game. It'll be a walk to Jones.
Well, nice at bat by Adam Jones. Moore trying to work the perimeter there after he fell behind, and Adam Jones not biting. Nice at bat. Get on base. Try to get that pitch count up there as well.
Mike, it's an interesting twosome thing that Moore has going. With he strikes out 8.9 batters per 9 innings, 5th best, but he's also given up the 7th most walks.
Yeah, well, you know what? He has actually improved in that category since the All-Star break. Gotten a lot better, has more command of his fastball. He's able to throw his breaking ball for strikes more often, and I think that's helped him limit the walks here recently.
Waiters will foul that one away. There you see the numbers in the first inning. I said we should just skip it and move right to the second.
Yeah, why not, right? Rays allowed 58, and the O's have only scored 53 in the first inning.
Waiters against Tampa Bay, a couple of home runs, 5 RBIs with a .244 average this year. Puts that one in the air to right, not deep. Joyce has got a long run and won't get it. Jones to third, ball bobble, going to wave him home. Hale's waving him. Here's the throw to the plate, not in time. And the Orioles get a run. Joyce could not pick it up cleanly, and DeMarlo Hale had the windmill going. And Jones gives the Orioles a 1-0 lead.
Boy, that's a great send by DeMarlo Hale. Great hustle by Adam Jones as well. And we were talking about taking advantage of some miscues. Joyce goes over there, tries to barehand this ball. Just control the ball, get it with your glove, and settle everybody down on the bases. But Adam Jones is long stride and just breaks stride for a brief second. But DeMarlo Hale with a great send, recognizing that bobble to put the O's in front with 1.
And that's an error charged on Joyce. And inside to Reynolds. Well, here's just what Mike was talking about when we opened the broadcast. Take advantage of mistakes. That should be runners at first and third at most with 2 down. Instead, the error's committed and the Orioles get a run.
Yeah, great aggressive base running early in the ball game. Take some chances. And they did.
Big cut by Reynolds. There is no RBI on that, and the single goes to Matt Waiters. Reynolds has had obviously a great month of September as he just continues to pile it up, hitting .323 in September. And a swing and a miss, and of course the long ball, all of baseball, keeping track of Mark Reynolds. 9 home runs in the last 10 ball games. 7 of those have been hit in September. Reynolds having one of the better months of his career right now.
Well, he's been working hard all year to get to this point where he feels confident when he steps into the box. And I'll tell you what, the last couple of weeks, Mark Reynolds has just been so much fun to watch. Historically fun, the numbers he's putting up.
Against the left-handers for Mark, .237, only 6 points higher than against righties, and only 3 of his home runs hit off lefties. And Mora will miss down low with it, and the count goes to 3-2. That is the other thing Reynolds has done. Much more patient, knows the strike zone better, and thus is now 10th in walks in the American League. Waiters at first base, 2 away. Moore with a 3-2 runner going, and he struck him out. But the Orioles will come away with an unearned run in the inning. They get it on a walk and a single and an error and take a 1-0 lead. Just a spectacular day and an evening to go with it. Early fall type weather with the humidity finally gone, and temperatures today were up around 81 or 2 for a high. Hammel's got the lead as he goes back to work. Real good first inning efficiency wise for him. He gets Longoria, Joyce, and Francisco. Evan Longoria is playing his first game against the Orioles. He did not appear because of injuries in any of the 12 that these two teams have split on the season. Now back in. And he goes after the first pitch. Hardy way over. 361 hopper, and he got him. J.J. Hardy again at short.
Yeah, continues to impress here. He's playing Longoria over in the 5's Hicks hole, so he has to show his range. A little chopper up the middle. J.J. gets there nice and on time. That pirouette move, regains his balance. Nice strong throw there. Beautiful play by J.J. Hardy. Nice job by Mark Reynolds as well, reaching out, getting it before it hits the dirt.
#1 fielding shortstop in the American League, and Reynolds, who's played like that at first. Here's Matt Joyce. Joyce will take it up high for a ball. Very strong season against the Orioles, hitting .313 with a couple of RBIs against the O's. He rips that one to right field, and right there to make the catch is Ford. 2 down. Maryland Lottery strike and rich contestant of the game, Bruce DeVillibus from Finksburg. Bruce, you won $500 for being selected, and you get $100 for each strikeout the Orioles record during the game. For the latest information on new games, current promotions, second chance contests, visit mdlottery.com today. Bruce, good luck. Two away. Here is Francisco. Ben Francisco getting the start in left field. He's now appeared in 7 of the 9 games, 4 as a starter since coming over to the Rays. A deal to try and shore up their need because of injuries in the outfield. He played 31 games with the Astros. Joe Madden shuffles lineups more than anyone else. In the air to left field, going back on it, McLeod. Warning track. Oh, got it. We say this much for you. Apparently we can. 1-2-3 inning with a little help from his D. Lower left field box seats are only $8. The same price as when the park opened in '92. These throwback tickets for tomorrow, some sold out. $9 tickets still available in other ballpark locations, and there are a limited number of $8 tickets remaining for Thursday. So don't delay. 888-848-BIRD to go to Orioles.com and order now and save. And tonight around Major League Baseball, remembering 9/11, remember those in service to their country as well. Flags at half-mast, as all of Major League Baseball doing that tonight at the different yards and games being played. And the flag worn by all of the ball clubs on the caps. Designated hitter Chris Davis. He gets his shot against the left-hander in this game, hitting .253 off lefties and .257 off right-handers. So why not? Yeah,
why not? Exactly. And Matt Moore doesn't have the best success off left-handed hitters. Actually, lefties faring very well off him.
Lefties hit for a higher average, .268 to .234. The righties hit the more home runs, 13-3. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Davis. Ford and Machado to follow. Ground ball towards second this time. Roberts. Davis out of there, 1 down. Our Mercedes Inside the Numbers brought to you by Mercedes-Benz, located on the web at MBUSA.com. You see the most strikeouts by a rookie this season.
Pretty impressive. Yu Darvish, of course, a lot of experience over in Japan with 196 strikeouts. But Matt Moore, very impressive. He burst onto the scene, of course, last year. And then Wei-Yin Chen with 138, another great rookie left-hander. He's had a phenomenal year.
There is Wei-Yin Chen, who may start Thursday's game. The announced starter, there isn't any announced starter for Thursday's game. Buck Showalter keeping that under wraps. Just seeing how the bullpen has to be used. Miguel Gonzalez, Alex Cobb go tomorrow. That ball is ripped down the line and foul. So the platooning in right field will go on. Lou Ford is getting the start there. It's the first start he's had with the Orioles in right field. 3rd game he's played in right field. He's come in during ball games, but the first one he started. He's got 59 career starts in right field. 1-1 delivery to him. Off-speed pitch is in there for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strike count.
Look at his breaking ball. Pretty good one. It throws it for a strike now, and he can also get swing and misses with it. He'll try to spike it in the dirt.
1-2 delivery on the way down low. Moore, a rookie, only 23. He is a fly ball pitcher against a fly ball hitting team, which historically has favored the pitcher. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Towering pop up to first base. Scott will drift back and put it away. Well, Orioles wouldn't be a Major League Baseball day if the Orioles didn't have a roster change.
Yeah, a couple more call-ups today. Of course, Kevin Gregg, Ryan Adams designated for assignment. Andy Chavez now up this year, hit 190, but of course a great defender. And LJ Hose, who had an awesome year in the minor leagues, hit 300 in AAA Norfolk. And there they are together on the bench, talking about probably the opportunity maybe to get in this ball game, do something to help their team win.
2 down, nobody on. Manny Machado up. Machado at third, facing Tampa Bay for the first time this year. Tough day for Kevin Gregg. He was called in after Sunday's game. He's been with the ball club all year. Has had some good, real good moments. And Buck Showalter said it's just tough. He said the decision came because we felt we had it in the bullpen. That'll go to left field. Francisco. And he'll make the catch. So a 1-2-3 inning here in the second. We've completed 2, first of 3, and the Orioles have the early lead. brought to you by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. By Farmers Insurance. Call 888-96-FARMERS or visit farmers.com to find a local agent. We are insurance. We are Farmers. And by Chevy Cruze, offering the best highway mileage of any gas engine in America. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick here at Camden Yards. 1-0 lead. HAMMEL on the mound. First 6 retired. Gets the former Oriole Luke Scott. Roberts and then Molina, bottom third. Talking with Luke before the game today, said he finally feels like he actually is healthy. He said it won't be 100% till the season's over and he comes back next year with that shoulder that's bothered him, but he said, I can swing the bat now and I don't feel any pain or a need to hold up somewhere at the end of the swing.
Well, that's good for him, obviously, physically, because Luke is a great player with huge power potential. But hopefully he doesn't have that power here against the Orioles this series.
Shift on against him. Andino makes the play. Scott retired. Tonight's Mass and Mobile word of the day, playoffs. Text playoffs to 29292 for your chance to enter and win lunch with Adam Jones, presented by your Baltimore area Jiffy Lubes. Baltimore area Jiffy Lubes are located and owned locally. Drive in today and leave worry behind. Roberts will take it outside for a ball. Roberts getting the start at second base in the ball game. Ryan Roberts, 31-year-old, acquired end of July from Arizona for a minor league player. John Rodriguez is on the DL, who would be playing a lot of short and second. Much like the Orioles, there are a lot of spots in the lineup and defensively that Joe Maddon fills in differently every day. In the air to left field. Got a lot of that one. Back at the wall. And goodbye. Home run. Roberts delivers the homer, his second against the Orioles this year, and ties the ball game up at 1-1. Number 4 since joining the Rays.
Well, Ryan Roberts was brought over from Arizona because of his power potential and his defense, and here he gets a breaking ball out over the plate and he gets the good part of the wood on it and drives it out of the park. Nate McLouth watches that one go up into the stands.
Roberts has 2 hits against the Orioles this year, and they're both home runs. Here's Molina. That is the first hit for Tampa Bay in the ball game, and they tie it up on the Roberts homer. Roberts was only 1 for 14 lifetime off HAMMEL. Molina will take the pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 0-2. HAMMEL has surrendered 8 home runs in the 115 innings worked, 5 of them hit by right-handers. Molina's got a 2 for 5 against HAMMEL lifetime. 0-2 delivery to him. That'll be to right field. 4. 2 down. Your O's are in the hunt for the postseason, and now's the time to buckle up and back the Birds. Place a deposit now in a 2013 full or partial season plan, including a convenient 13-game plan. You'll be guaranteed an opportunity to buy postseason tickets for this season before the general public. For details, 888-848-BIRD, or go to Orioles.com/postseason. Upton, the leadoff batter, grounded out his first time up. I couldn't read the right side. Ball put up in the air. Again right. Again forward. And he's got 1 run, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. Roberts gets the home run, and this ball game is tied up at 1 apiece. Let's 2, and they're going to need it because they're going to be on the road for a long time against good ball clubs. The Tigers have Pfister going against Peavy of the White Sox. The Detroit Tigers would trail the White Sox 4 games American League Central for the first time if they lose that ball game tonight. First time since 7-7. The Rangers, Adrian Beltre just on fire. 381 average, 5 home runs, a 1.252 OPS in his last 10 games. He's really moving the Rangers along as they continue to vie for that title in the West, but they lead Oakland by only 3 games.
Yeah, and watch out for the Angels over there too. They're playing some great baseball as well.
Here's Robert Andino to lead it off against the lefty. Each team with a run and a hit. Talking about taking advantages of mistakes. With the error committed by Tampa Bay, they're 98th of the year. They surrendered their 52nd unearned run of the ball of the season, fouled off. The Orioles have committed 100 errors and have had 59 unearned runs scored against them. So the Orioles get the unearned run in the first, the home run by Roberts to tie it up. Andino with a 2 for 10 lifetime against this left-hander. And he golfs that one for a base hit. Francisco hustling, plays in front of him. He's going to try for 2. Francisco's throw is not in time.
Pretty impressive job of hitting by Robert Andino. Falls behind, 2 strikes. Moore tries to bury a slider down and in, and Robert, short and quick, right to it, down the left field line, and then digs into second base, slides that outside corner. Sees that ball coming in from Francisco on the infield side, safely in there. Nice hustle, nice job of hitting by Robert Andino.
Let's see if Buck Showalter plays small ball. He's got the speedster, good bunter McLouth, nobody out. Tie game, 3rd inning. Keppinger's going to play at the angle at third. In at first already is Scott. He does show bunt, and McLouth will take it away for a ball.
Well, Buck, of course, had Luke Scott as a member of the team last year and knows his capabilities over at first base, and I'm probably sure he's thinking if Nate's going to bunt, try to get it in the hands of Luke, because he isn't a Gold Glove caliber first baseman. He's sufficient over there, but if you put him in a pressure situation where he has to make a throw, could be trouble.
Does not show bunt there, takes it for a strike, and the count goes to 1-1. McLouth has had 1 sacrifice. It's coming over to the Orioles. In fact, only 1 on the year. They'll keep Keppinger in at third base. Zobrist, the shortstop, holding the runner. So a lot of holes if McLouth swings away for that ball to go through. 1-1, and he was swinging away, and the count will go to 1-2.
What a great pitcher's pitch right there, down and away by Moore. His fastball hitting his spot.
McLouth with the Orioles, 310 against left-handers. That's why he's getting the start against the lefty, along with the speed factor. Moore holding Andino, 1-2. And that'll be outside, blocked Molina. We'll track it down. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Pretty good block right there by Molina, trying to spike that breaking ball. Keeps it in front of him pretty well and doesn't allow Andino to advance. As a base runner, though, you have to be aware of that, especially with a guy that throws so hard, and his out pitch is that slider down in the dirt.
He's got 7 wild pitches recorded and 6 hit batters this year. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And McLouth will bloop that one into the seats on the third base side. Moore's had his problems getting outs with runners on. Runners in scoring position. Opponents hitting .262 against him. When there's nobody out, it's 198. It goes up to .246 with 1 out and goes up to .283 with 2 outs. 2 ball, 2 strike count. And McLouth on a swing and a miss. 2 strikeouts for Moore.
Made some really tough pitches right there on Nate McLouth. Just spotting that outside corner here with a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Great location again.
It's our Nissan pitch track. Nissan's bottom line sales event is going on. Hurry in today for big savings. Visit ChooseNissan.com to test drive at your local dealer. Bottom line event ends October 1. J.J. Hardy popped out his first time up. Leadoff double, Andino at second base. Infield shifts, playing him to hit the ground ball to the left side. He'll take the pitch for a ball. Second baseman Roberts almost over on the bag with Andino. Both managers have to figure this is going to be a very tight ball game runs wise, and a tight series for that matter runs wise. 1-0 delivery to Hardy. That's in there for a strike.
Well, back-to-back changeups from Moore. Considered a power pitcher. Very rarely will he double up with a change, but he does on J.J. Hardy. J.J. Hardy, of course, very dangerous hitter. 19 home runs on the year.
1-1 strike delivery, and that's there for a strike. Matt Moore, 66% fastballs, is the 7th highest percentage use of fastballs in the American League. So as Mike said, when you get a couple of changeups early, not looking for that. 1-2 look back. Moore making just his 29th start of the season, 13th on the road. 3-4 on the road this year. ERA just under 4 away from home. 1-2 to Hardy, and he'll fight it off. I think Moore's done, even though he's a fly ball pitcher, he hasn't given up a lot of home runs on the year at 16, and even better, he's only had 3 home runs against him in his last 12 starts. Pretty good for a fly ball pitcher.
Well, it really is, but his fastball, even though he does throw it a lot, it's his delivery that it's so smooth that ball just comes out. It's got that little extra life at the end, and it keeps it off the barrel of the bat, so it's hard to get that good rhythm and timing off him.
Had a problem at the beginning of the season giving up the home runs. He had 13 homers against him in his first 15 starts. There's the road home differential. He's been pretty consistent. Andino off second base. 2-2 strike count. Hardy in the air to left field. Pretty good ride. Warning track wall. Goodbye. Home run. J.J. Hardy. 2 RBIs and a 3-1 Oriole lead. For the home run.
20th of the year for J.J. Hardy. Great swing, and I think Matt Moore went to the well one too many times with that changeup.
First home run against Tampa Bay this year. Hardy gives the Orioles a 2-run lead on their 3rd hit, bringing in Andino ahead of him. Adam Jones, check swing, foul ball.
Take a look at J.J. Hardy's swing right here. Well, changeup stays through it. J.J. Hardy is so good at keeping that bat head through the zone. Great head position, drives it up into the orange seats up there. Fans appreciating that.
13th home run here at home for Hardy. Here's Adam Jones. He takes the big count on a pitch up high, and the count will go to 0-2. So the 17th surrendered by Moore goes to Hardy. And the Orioles continue to use that long ball for about 48% of the runs they score. Jones will take the breaking ball inside, and a 1-2 strike count. We mentioned this Tampa Bay team as a whole comes in with a pitching staff that surrendered the 2nd fewest home runs against the Orioles, who have hit the 3rd most. 1-2, and Jones will fight that one off. Take a look at our AT&T Mobility Trivia Fact. Adam Jones, 29th this season for a center fielder, ranked 2nd for the position. Curtis Granderson with 34. Only once before has an Oriole hit 30-plus home runs as a center fielder, and that was Brady Anderson, 50 in '96. 1-2 delivery, fouled straight back into the screen.
Matt Moore pitching Adam Jones really tough, mixing it up with breaking balls, painting that inside corner on him, trying to sneak that fastball in there.
Hardy giving the Orioles the differential here in the third inning. Second time the Orioles have been on top in the ball game. 1-2 delivery to Jones and just missed. Marty Foster, home plate umpire, had that little shiver in the right shoulder.
Yeah, there were a couple of pitches like that. A nice little slider that he gave that little shiver on. Got a good look at it though. Called it a ball, just like that fastball.
Here's the 2-2 delivery. Jones will foul it back. Jones drew a walk his first time up, came around to score, and the error charged against Joyce in right field on the Weeder single. He's now 4 for 9 lifetime off Moore. And Jones this year against the lefties hitting .301. .284 against right-handers. Working more this inning, forcing some pitches. Here's the 2-2. And Jones will go down swinging. 3 strikeouts for Moore, 2 in the inning.
Adam Jones getting a steady diet of pitches on the inner part of the plate. Matt Moore with a great fastball, 94 miles an hour, up and away. Adam Jones can't quite get to it. Pretty good battle right there, though, between Moore and Jones.
This is the 4th start Moore's had against the Orioles this year. He lost the first one, where he gave up 4 runs, 4 hits, and 4 1/3. Matt Wieters up. He appeared June 3 against the Orioles, got a win. So he gave up just 2 runs, 7 hits, and 6 innings. Last outing, August 3 against the Orioles. He won that one. No runs on 6 hits and 5 1/3. By the way, the Orioles came into this ball game having shut out Tampa Bay for 21 consecutive innings. That ended, obviously, in the 3rd on the home run hit by Roberts. So it was 23 innings that Tampa Bay had not scored a run against the Orioles. Last 3 games these teams played prior to this one had all been shutouts. 2 for the Orioles, 1 for Tampa Bay. 1-2 to Wieters. He went up the ladder to get that thing, and it is a foul ball in the corner, 318 away.
That's pretty impressive right there by Matt Wieters. He's kind of smiling about it too. That fastball up in the zone. He almost hit it off the right field wall. Wow, that's getting to some high cheese right there. Just missed it down the right field line.
Wieters comes back. 1 ball, 2 strike count, bases empty, and 2 away. Ooh! Bounce by him. Don't know how he didn't get hit by that. He had to turn away. As we told you, Moore can be all over the place with these pitches.
Yeah, he just spikes the slider right there. I don't know how that didn't hit Wieters either.
7 wild pitches and 6 hit batters. Wieters a single his first time up. 2-2. And inside to him. This is where Matt has had against left-handers the big average at .310, and the big home runs have been hit against the righties. 15 of them, 15 of his 19. So the average from this side, home runs the other. Here's the 3-2 delivery. Wieters down to 3rd and foul.
Well, they're making Matt Moore work, that's for sure, and he's mixing it up. He's throwing everything he's got at the Orioles lineup. A lot of breaking balls, change-ups. Been able to locate that fastball, but they're not seeing a steady diet of fastballs by any means.
The 8th pitch of the at-bat is outside, and Wieters wins the battle. Second walk surrendered by Moore will keep the inning going. They got to be a little concerned because 61 pitches he's thrown.
Yeah, really. I mean, I'll tell you what. You look at Matt Moore, though, declining walks per 9 innings. Pretty consistent all the way through the year, but he's found something, whether it be his delivery, able to throw that breaking ball for a strike more often here in August, all the way down to 2.9 walks per 9 innings pitched.
And that will bring up Mike Reynolds with 2 away. And the pitch is there for a strike. Strikeout his first time up. This has been a ball club that has shut Mark down pretty well in the dozen games they've played. He's 5 for 32, has 1 home run and 2 RBIs. He's got Wieters on at first base. The 0-1 delivery to him. That'll be up high. Orioles up 3-1. 2 in the inning on the Hardy home run. 1-1 delivery way inside. Oriole hitters will do some dancing tonight.
Well, he hasn't been able to harness that breaking ball, which we had talked about. Maybe that's a reason why his walks are down, because he's able to throw it for a strike, but he's continually throwing it off the plate on that inner corner. A lot of times right at the hitter's feet, trying to induce a chase, but Orioles hitters have a good approach right now against him.
Reynolds wanted that one. See the first pitch strikes that have been thrown. 5 out of 14, not particularly good. HAMMEL 5 out of 10, much better. And 65 total pitches have been thrown by Matt Moore, and that's through 2 2/3 innings. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Runner goes. Pitch is there for a strike. So Reynolds is retired, called out 4 strikeouts for Moore. But for the Orioles, the big blow coming from Hardy as his 20th clears with Andino ahead of him, and the Orioles take a 3-1 lead. Plays defensively. Hardy, McLouth with that catch. Wieters picking up a base hit. Error in right allowed Jones to score. And then Hardy delivers the 2-run homer. And the Orioles take a 3-1 lead through the first 3 innings.
Look at J.J. Hardy there. Of course, all year has been so consistent with the glove, but his power numbers on the rise as well. 20 now on the year for J.J. You just don't see that from Gold Glove caliber shortstops. The power numbers as well as that leather that he can flash around.
Keppinger, the number 2 hitter, will lead it off. He grounded out his first time up. Keppinger with the big 327 batting average, but only 200 against the Orioles this year. And on the outside corner for a strike. HAMMEL's retired an impressive 74% of leadoff batters. And this the 20th start he's made this year. And he jammed him and got the pop-up right at the mound. He wants it. Get out of the way. And Reynolds puts it away. Oh, on a collision there. Our Subway surprise on the line. And it is. The standings for the wild card. The A's and the Orioles right now have the 2 spots. The Rays are only 1 game behind the Orioles. Angels only a game and a half, and the Tigers 5 games out in the wild card race.
Tight, tight, tight. Big games coming up.
Every game for the remainder of the season with the great emphasis Here's Ben Zobrist. Zobrist will take it up high for a ball. Called out on strikes.
Take a look at Jason Hammel starting it off right. First batter of the game at .056 opponent batting average. Pretty impressive. Leadoff hitter just .214. And that's a key for a lot of pitchers, keeping that leadoff guy off the base to start an inning. And he has been really good in that category.
2-0 count. Zobrist will take the pitch, and the high strike will be called. Rarely swings if there's not a strike on him. He makes pitchers throw strikes first. Third in the majors with the 82 walks he's picked up. 2-1 delivery and a comebacker. Plenty of time. Two down. On Thursday afternoon, the Orioles will take on the Rays. 12:35. The first 10,000 fans 15 and over get the special Buckle Up Orioles t-shirt celebrating the Birds' push to the 2012 postseason. Great collector's item and a very big ball game. So get your tickets in advance. 888-848-BIRD to go to Orioles.com. Don't forget there are seats available for some of those special prices. Joe Madden, Buck Showalter, two teams in the chase for the same thing. One, the division title to overtake the Yankees, and if not that, then a wild card spot. Yankees lead the Red Sox 1-0, third inning of their game, and that pitch will be scooped up as Hammel comes off the mound. Longoria with a 2-0 count.
Hammel limping around right there. Looked like his spike might have caught or something.
Doesn't need that for that knee.
Yeah, shaking his knee a little bit.
Maybe hurt a little bit. That's going to bring the infield in, and Wieters out.
And you saw him kind of wincing there. Hopefully just a spike caught. Of course, a lot of concern. Rick Adair saw Richie Bancells and Buck Showalter looking at him.
Longoria. And the pitch is in there for a strike.
Well, that's a good sign for the Orioles, and of course Jason Hammel.
Outfield deep on Longoria. 2-1 delivery and a check swing. Did he go? Nope. Marvin Hudson down at first.
Trying to get Longoria to bite on a slider down and away. Longoria able to hold up.
Here's the 3-1 pitch to him, and that's a strike. Longoria, 7 home runs, 21 RBIs, hitting .259, 30 games since coming off the DL, playing at third base for the first time on August 21st, doing that in DHing. And he will foul that one the other way. Hard to believe he's only 26 years old. It seems like Evan Longoria has been around a lot longer than that. Still a relatively young player and obviously essential to this team. They are 21-11 since he was activated from the DL. 3-2 delivery to him. Longoria did not go around and will get the walk.
Pretty good job of laying off that slider right there by Longoria. But yeah, he's one of those guys. Just his presence in the lineup makes their team so much better, even if he didn't get a hit. And we had talked about, of course, the Yankees being in here, and we had seen him recently without A-Rod and Teixeira, and what an impact it made with those two out of the lineup. Well, Longoria certainly has that same type of impact for the Rays offense.
Now here is Matt Joyce. Joyce flying out to right field, his first time up. Infield shift on, playing him to pull the ground ball. Outfield straight away, and Wieters is going to go back out and talk. You all right?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. It seems like he's landing a little tentatively.
He doesn't look very happy.
And that'll bring Richie Bancells out.
So a medical visit will be made. Buck Showalter will also be coming. He's certainly not 100%.
Yeah, it's really hard to say. Shaking his right leg out. He drives off it pretty well.
It was right knee surgery that he had.
Yeah.
Second start back since then. He started that game against the Yankees and went 5 innings. And that one start he's had, and he's coming out. What next?
Well, hopefully it's just precautionary for him. Maybe something grabbed. Just want to make sure that it's okay. I mean, you certainly have to be careful after just coming off arthroscopic knee surgery.
So Jason Hammel will leave the ball game, and the Orioles will have to go to the bullpen. It is obviously a medical, so whoever comes in. He goes to the bullpen and chats away. There's Adam Jones, the Orioles center fielder, just going back there and sitting, talking. Now heading back down to center field while Steve Johnson warms up, and will get as much warm-up time as he needs. Back to center he comes. Well, here's where we are on this September 11th in the American League East. The Yankees are on top, only a game over the Orioles and only 2 games ahead of Tampa Bay. The A's and the Orioles right now occupying the 2 wild card spots. The Rays only a game behind the Orioles, and the Angels only a game and a half behind the Orioles for that second wild card chance. The Yankees are playing the Red Sox. The Red Sox have tied it up 1-1 now. They have, if you go by the opponents they're going to play, the weakest record, in their case the best for them, through the rest of the season. The Yankees play the Red Sox and the Blue Jays 2 series each. They got a series against Minnesota. Last time they play a contending team is going to be September 23 against the A's at home, and they've already finished. They have no more road games against contending teams. The last one was Sunday against the Orioles.
Wow. Well, everybody's always shooting for the Yankees anyway, and especially in September. I mean, everybody wants to try to knock them off their perch. But you go back to the Orioles and Tampa. I mean, when you look at the wild card standings, and Buck has talked about this, he's been talking about it for about a month. They're not concerning themselves with the wild card. They want to win the division. And that's the best way, and it's probably the only way that both manager Buck Showalter and Madden are approaching the next couple weeks here. Because it's just too tight even to think about. If you're playing for a wild card spot, there's just too many teams there that can make some sort of an impact. So trying to win this out and win the division is definitely the goal of both teams.
And that's the beauty to me of the wild cards. It has made winning the division that much more important. You don't, I mean, yes, you want to, if it means that's how you get in, you take the wild card, but that's not what you want.
Right.
We've seen teams in past years where teams would play one another, both knowing they were going. One is a division, one is a wild card, where it looked like an exhibition game.
Right.
They weren't throwing their best pitches. They weren't playing their everyday players. You're not going to do that now. You do not want to take a chance in a wild card play-in game.
No.
You don't want that.
No way.
Previously, with one wild card, you were in.
Yeah.
And you got 5 games.
Yeah, you don't want to take that chance and have to work out what kind of pitchers you know, especially to throw that big game.
Yep. So Steve Johnson is ready to go. Runner on at first base, 2 down. Longoria is the runner, drew the walk. Joyce is up with a 1-0 count. Johnson's pitch to him, and that is taken down low, 2-0.
Take a look at Jason Hammel's line, 3 2/3, just the 1 hit, a home run, of course an earned run, 1 strikeout. Was pitching really well until he tweaked his knee or something. We're speculating that, but he was definitely uncomfortable out there.
Johnson will get the off-speed pitch in. Well, Steve Johnson gets a big chance here for the Orioles. He's 2-0 in the year. This is the 8th game. He's had 2 starts. 2 ball, 1 strikeout. And Joyce will take the pitch away, and the count will go to 3-1.
Well, Steve Johnson has pitched so well for the Orioles in his stints here, coming out of the bullpen and as a starter. He's able to locate all of his pitches and mixes them up very well, and that's why he's had success here.
3 ball, 1 strike delivery on the way, and that will be a walk, putting 2 on. So runners at first and second now with 2 down. And Francisco coming up. Then Francisco flied out to left field in his first at bat. 2 away. Johnson looking for the out. Orioles up 3-1. And the pitch is there for a strike. As they say in all of sports, when you get to this point in a season, you find out who the manager believes in. Just a fact of life. And to go to Steve Johnson in a game like this says a lot about what Buck Showalter thinks about him. Breaking ball, slipped a little bit. It'll come up and in a 1-1 count. You're not trying anybody out anymore.
No. And Steve Johnson has proven himself. I mean, he's pitched some big games since he's been here, and Buck has called upon him, and he has certainly stepped up and proven that he can pitch in tough situations.
Gets it in on the strike on that one, and a 1 ball, 2 strike count from Johnson. He had a relief high of 3 innings against the Yankees. That came on the 7th. Of course, he did have the 2 starts. Inside, 2-0 with a 3 ERA in the 2 game starts that he's had. Steve Johnson not in the organization originally, from the Dodgers in 09. Here's the 2-2 delivery, a swing and a miss, and he got him. No runs, no hits, no errors. 2 are left on base, and the Orioles have a 3-1 lead. Verizon Fios. Introducing Verizon Fios Quantum Speed. Internet twice as fast as anything America has ever seen. And by Blimpie, America's Sub Shop. We're talking about teams and schedules going down the wire. Oakland has the most difficult path to get to the postseason based on who they play. They'll play 17 of 26 games on the road. They've got a 3-game set this weekend in Seattle, and then they play 17 straight games against contenders, including a road trip to Detroit, New York, and Texas.
Ouch.
Yikes. Here's Chris Davis. Davis on the swing. Davis grounded out his first time up. The Orioles DH. The Orioles 3-3-0. The Rays 1-1-1. Each team has left 2 on base. The Orioles have 1 unearned run on the board. That came in the first inning. Error on Joyce, allowing Jones to score. Then Hardy, the 2-run homer in the 3rd inning. Home run by Roberts in the 3rd for Tampa Bay. Matt Moore, 0-2 count on Chris Davis.
Matt Moore, that pitch count up to 69 right now. He's got to start being more aggressive if he wants to stay much longer in this game.
Davis stepping out. Davis has only 3 at-bats against Moore, 1 for 3 against him. First coming off a 2 for 12 in the Yankee series, including a home run. 1-2 jammed him, and where did that hit? Did it go off Molina or off the bat?
A little fastball on the inside part. I think it just catches. Yeah, catches Davis's bat there right at the end and off Molina's thigh.
Talk about hitting one out of the catcher's glove.
Yeah.
That was almost in the mitt. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and Davis will foul it off. Tampa Bay's on the road, 3 here, 3 against the Yankees. In Major League Baseball, what a finish. These teams battling one another within the division. 1-2 pitch, and that'll be fouled off, and not just in the East either. It's all around Major League Baseball. Count stays at a ball and 2 strikes on Chris Davis. Tomorrow night, game 2, 12:35 on Thursday for the day game. 1 ball, 2 strike delivery to Davis, and he'll take it outside for a ball. And the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Left-hander's delivery to him, and a shattered bat. Whoa. It'll go to short. Zobrist the throw, and got him. Good play by Luke Scott to get back on the bag, and that barrel of the bat went right by the pitcher, Moore.
A lot of stuff happening in that play right there. Of course, Moore almost gets the bat head, tries to catch it with his glove, but Zobrist has to call off the 3rd baseman because he's playing Davis up the middle. Then a really nice play on the end by Luke Scott, getting up on his toe to catch that ball. Here's the bat head flying right back at Matt Moore. He picks it up at the end. He says, oh, I'm going to stick my glove out there just to defend myself.
Wow. Here's Lou Ford up high. Well, been told on Jason HAMMEL had to leave the ball game. It is the knee, and it's the same knee, the right knee, that he just came off the DL on. That is swung on and foul tipped into the mitt. 1-1 on Lou Ford.
Well, let's hope it's not as serious as the last time where he needed surgery.
7 weeks he missed, and this was only the 2nd start since coming off the DL. 1-1 delivery on the way, and a swing and a miss. Or foul tipped again, said Marty Foster. And the count goes to 1-2. Ford popped out his first time up. So more decisions to be made. Buck Showalter, John Russell, the bench coach. Here's the 1-2 delivery. On the line and right and foul. If there's anybody on the Orioles who probably hasn't gotten enough credit, it's the bench coach, John Russell. Part of that is because he may be the quietest human being around the ballpark on earth. He's got a great sense of humor and a wonderful gentleman. But he bides his time in his place as Buck's right arm. Here's the 1-2 delivery. That ball is popped up. Molina coming back. And no room.
Well, certainly a great asset to Buck Showalter is having former manager John Russell there right in his ear all the time. Buck can certainly bounce everything off of him. But as far as writing out the lineups, and you talk about pushing the right buttons, well, I'm sure Buck is in JR's ear all the time about, you know, what he thinks is going to work that night against two, and they're always crunching the numbers. So, boy, what a luxury to have a former manager right by your side.
1-2 delivery on the way, and he's been the mentor for Matt Wieters. I mean, that's where Matt goes. They spend more time together than any twosome on this ball club, coaching wise.
Oh, definitely. They go hand in hand. Of course, Matt has a great deal of respect for him.
Down to third base. Keppinger backing up, guns it, and we'll get the out. 2 ground ball outs here. Our PNC minor league report brought to you by PNC. For the achiever in you, Mike Belfiore, the left-hander. You see the numbers he has put up, combined starts this season. Cassady and Bowie, 5-1, very good ERA, 26 walks, 78 strikeouts for a real nice strikeout to walk ratio.
Yeah, great numbers right there for Mike, and just another promising arm, left-handed at that, for the Orioles. Somebody obviously that has put himself on the board to be looked at.
Here's Manny Machado with 2 down. You saw Jim Johnson there. Most closers now don't go out to the bullpen with the rest of the bullpen crew until it gets later or midway in the game.
No, you're right. They usually sit in the clubhouse or sit on the bench and talk shop with the guys. I've seen a lot of closers just sit right in their dugout, or in their locker, excuse me, until like the 6th inning. Then they put a heat pack on and maybe have a Coke or something like that and work their way out to the bullpen.
Jim doing that, as you see. 0-2 count to Manny Machado. He flied out to left field his first time up. Matt Moore hits the fastball in, and it's fouled back, and the count will stay at 2 strikes. 2 teams knotted up on the season. In fact, forever. They've played 500 ball against each other, not only this year, but in their combined records against one another. That'll be foul back.
Yeah, it's nice to see both teams, actually, for the longest time, both teams playing in the bottom of their division, and now to see both of them working towards the top, trying to make it to the postseason. It's exciting. I mean, quite a turnaround in the American League East.
David Price going to make a run at a Cy Young. Reynolds is going to make a run at him along with Hardy with their big home run bats if they had a chance. Goes to short. And not in time. ZOBRIST could not get it over there. Machado's speed, and he legs it out.
Great hustle there by Manny Machado. Sniffing out that hit, those young legs getting him down the line. ZOBRIST getting that ball deep in the hole. Little hiccup there, a little bobble, and that's all it takes for Manny to beat that out by half a step. Good hustle by Manny, not giving up. See him safe there on the end.
ZOBRIST has not played a lot of shortstop. In fact, he hadn't played there since 2009, and now has played short in 26 of the last 31 games, and again part of the juggling of this lineup. And you could see he doesn't have one of the stronger arms at short.
No, I mean, a lot of things have to be done right out there, especially that play deep in the hole. Surprised he fought to try to get in front of it. That kind of led to that bobble. I think you'll see a lot of shortstops just set their feet on the backhand, maybe create some momentum towards their target. He was throwing from flat feet.
Machado's had just 1 stolen base, 1 for 1. They have run on Matt Moore. 15 out of 19 stolen bases against Moore. Good arm behind the plate. Molina 33%. So obviously Moore well aware of what the numbers are against him by base stealers, and 3 throws over to first base with 2 down.
Pretty good little snap throw right there from Moore. Almost got Machado.
Andino, a double and a run scored at the plate, waiting for the first pitch to him. And Andino will take that down low for a ball. So the Orioles trying to mount a 2-out rally, and Molina will head out. Molina doing a lot more catching than was anticipated. He's played in 86 games and 67 as a starter. He had only 44 starts all of last year with Toronto. They've liked the way he's handled his staff.
Well, I'm sure that's a big reason why you saw the pitching staff's numbers since the All-Star break. You know, somebody they can trust and they like to throw to. If you have a pitcher that's comfortable throwing to a catcher, they're going to want him out there as often as he can get there. That's why you see Matt Wieters has caught so many games. They just love throwing to him. They love his game calling ability. And Molina is in that same type of category as a catcher.
Machado's running. Taken. Throw by Molina. Not in time, and he's on the bag, and his second stolen base, and a big jump.
Yeah, with lefties, you got to pick your pitch. He says the heck with it, first move, and gets a great jump there, and in easily at second base. Pretty quick catch and throw by Molina as well, but Machado's jump just too good.
So the Orioles get a runner in scoring position with 2 away. Now Andino, who had a double his first time up, has a chance to add one on the board. 2-0 delivery. Up high, 3-0. McLouth on deck. Andino, 237 with runners in scoring position. The Orioles have moved up to 11th as a team in that category. Taking 3-1. He can get ahead in the count, and he doesn't have to chase the nasty sliders and stuff away.
Yeah, he's a pretty darn good hitter.
Walked it.
That open base scared Moore right out of the zone. Doesn't even give Robert a chance there. He wants to face Nate McLouth, the lefty.
And Pat Higgy, the pitching coach, on his way out to the mound now. We're up to 92 pitches, and we're in the 4th inning.
That's a lot of work for youngster Matt Moore.
They are just getting the bullpen activated right now, so that's good enough. That's the first toss he's made out there. Moore has not gone over 100. Has gone over just once in his last 6 starts, over 100 pitches, and that was his last start against the Yankees. Now you're in that situation where, as a manager, you start to worry about, even this early in the game, whether you've left him in for one too many batters.
That's right. Well, young arm, you want him to experience situations like this, but you're right. I mean, you put a lot of pressure on the manager as far as when to take him out. Nate McLouth comes up with a big hit here, and he's going to be second guessing himself all the way back to the hotel tonight.
Nate McLouth, the leadoff batter, is struck out and grounded out. 2 on and 2 down. And McLouth will take the pitch for a strike. And here's a big chance for the Orioles. Two on and 2 away. And McLouth in the air to center field. Going back is Upton. He's going to have room and makes the catch. That'll retire the side. The Orioles no runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 are left on base. Oh, I love those soft shell.
Matt Wieters with the bloop single down the right field line, and Matt Joyce can't handle it. Adam Jones scoring easily. Orioles flashing some defense. J.J. Hardy with a great play up the middle. And Nate McLouth ends the inning up against the wall to save Jason Hammel. Third inning, J.J. Hardy delivers his 20th home run of the year. The bad news for the O's and Jason Hammel kind of tweaks his knee a little bit on the mound. Richie Bancells comes out, pulls him out of the ball game. Still waiting on word of that right knee. But here is the game summary. Orioles have the lead 3-1 going into the fifth. Ryan Roberts with the solo home run. Hammel comes out after 3 2/3 with the knee. Matt Moore really working hard out there, only getting close to 100 pitches, 4 innings pitched, and the 3 earned runs.
And here is Luke Scott. The former Oriole grounded out his first time up. Scott getting the start at first base, hitting only 125 against the Orioles this year. No home runs, 4 RBIs. Big shift in the infield on him. Johnson's pitch will be in there for a strike. One delivery. Off speed pitch slips up high, and the count will go to 2-1. So while Steve Johnson has his longest relief appearance at 3 innings, there's no reason to believe he can't go, if he's effective, well beyond that, since he's had the 2 starts. 2-ball, 2-strike count on Scott. Three, 4-0 for the Orioles. 1-1 for the Rays. And he will foul that one away. Off the other side, and the count of 2-2. Two delivered to Luke Scott, and he'll foul that the other way. Luke, of course, has had plenty of chances here in this ballpark playing for the Orioles. Over 240 games, in fact, played by Scott here at Camden Yards. 289 career hitter, 53 home runs in this ballpark. Great pitch. Had him right off the end of the bat. Andino, the flip. One away. Tune in to the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report tomorrow, 5 to 6:30. Tom Davis, Phil Wood, Mel Anton, and Dave Johnson. They'll have all the Oriole news and notes. A look at how the 2 youngest players, Manny Machado, Bryce Harper, are playing in a pennant race just 40 miles apart. That's all coming up tomorrow at 5 right here on MASN. Here's Ryan Roberts, and the pitch is a strike. Roberts had the home run, 3rd inning, his 4th of the year, the only hit, and one of only 3 base runners Tampa Bay's had. 0-1 delivery, that'll be bounced, and a 1-ball, 1-strike count on Roberts with Molina to follow.
Well, we've seen Steve Johnson's ability to throw all of his pitches at any time for strikes. He made a great pitch on Luke Scott after challenging him with a couple fastballs. Paints a changeup away. Luke Scott has to hook that one, rolls it over to Andino, but mixing up his pitches well here. A couple breaking balls to Roberts. He has them all, and he can throw them all for strikes.
Here's the 2-1 delivery. That'll miss down low. Count will go to 3-1 on Roberts. Moore has had 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Foul back. Orioles have surrendered a couple of walks, one by Hammel, one by Johnson, and 2 strikeouts, 1 each. 3-ball, 2-strike count. Three-two delivery, and that'll be down low. So the second walk surrendered by Steve Johnson to the 4 batters faced. 1 on, 1 out. And that will bring up Molina. Jose Molina flying out to right field his first time up.
Well, good double play ball candidate right here. Jose Molina isn't that fleet of foot, so anything on the ground should be a double play opportunity. Unless Robert steals, which he has the capability of doing.
So Johnson will keep an eye on him. Wieters has thrown out 36% of base stealers. Molina with that open stance closes it up and takes it inside for a ball. Molina had a 2-run homer on Sunday against Texas. 6 on the year. That's equals a career high that he set in 2010 with Toronto and 2005 with Anaheim. Any long ball from Molina is a little extra. Throw over again. And Roberts has extended the lead, is about as far as he's going to go. He's talking to the umpire about the move over there.
Pretty quick snap throw by Steve Johnson.
Marvin Hudson, the first base umpire. 1-0 delivery in the air to left field. McLouth is right there. Runner halfway goes back. Molina retired, 2 down. That will bring B.J. Upton to the plate. Upton is grounded out and flied out, hitting under 200 against the Orioles this year. He's had a home run, 3 RBIs against the O's. 2 away with a leadoff batter up there. If Roberts is going to go, now's the time. And the pitch down low. Wieters blocks it.
Yeah, he's got to make sure of it, though, because B.J. Upton, one of the hotter hitters, coming off that 3 home run game. You don't want to take the bat out of his hand, even though you'd like to have him leading off an inning. Down by 2. They got a chance here.
1-0. Johnson the look. That'll get your attention. 2-0.
Yeah, a little change up there that just got away from him, though. Can make every pitch have a purpose, though. Up and in. I'll kind of paint something down and away.
Roberts kind of digging in over there. Not going. 2-0 delivery, foul back. Upton had quite the Sunday. He got the 3 home runs and he lost his wallet. Went out for dinner after the game. St. Pete Times had a story on it. He lost the wallet. Fan found it and put it on Twitter. Tweeted him. And he got it back.
Really?
He said, I usually don't have my tweeter on, but I'm sure glad I had it on Sunday. And that ball is popped up. Could have had tumbler, but he had tweeter. That'll be into the seats. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A lot easier than putting on a VCR and sending it out to all your friends. Yeah, 2-2.
Pretty nice fan, though, to actually return the wallet.
Yeah, with everything in
impressive.
it.
Yeah. Yeah, all he wanted was 3 jerseys, 5 bats, and playoff tickets to get the wallet back.
That was it. That was it. That's all he wanted. He got a bat and game tickets. 2 ball, 2 strike count. If you'd like to tweet him, it's Brent813. Here's the 2-2. And a swing and a miss. Johnson gets the strikeout. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. The beautiful faces of the broadcasters will be seen when we come back. I said, go to the Tumblr and see what I have.
Oh, I just mailed you a VCR tape.
I'll put it in my 8-track, see what you said. Welcome back, everybody. As expected, though, we do expect this to be a very tight series. It has been dominated by pitching in the 12 games that have been played. No reason, I guess, to think that that's going to change in this series.
Not at all. We had talked about mistakes possibly costing teams. Well, there was a mistake early in the ball game by the right fielder, and Orioles able to capitalize on that. And then a pitching mistake where J.J. Hardy was able to capitalize on a changeup out over the plate, hits that 2-run home run. So the Orioles have that 3-1 lead right now, but definitely going to be a pitcher's duel this whole series.
Well, the Orioles, it's one more mountain to climb every time they turn around. Nick Markakis is out of there trying to get back in, if they end up in the postseason, and now got to worry about HAMMEL. Yeah,
let's hope he's okay. I mean, you could tell something happened there, and Richie Van Zels and Buck came out to look at him, pulled him off, hopefully just for precautionary reasons, and maybe just get it reevaluated, make sure everything's okay there, because they really need Jason HAMMEL. He'd been the ace all year. They're anticipating his comeback, and then let's just keep our fingers crossed that he's okay.
And the starter on Thursday, as we said, not named for that day game, and it's going to depend on how this bullpen has to be used. Steve Johnson was one of 3 or 4 names that Buck Showalter had in the pool as a potential starter. Obviously, Steve's not going to do that because his job now is to wind his way through this game.
Right, and he's been doing a great job here. Great strikeout to end that inning on Upton. So nice to have those long arms down in the bullpen, and there are a few of them indeed. And Steve Johnson stepping up right now, filling in for Jason HAMMEL.
So we go to the bottom half of the inning, and a strike taken. Burke Badenhop has come on to do the pitching, with Moore out of there as he piled up the pitch count. And again, as we've noted a number of times here, seemingly in this last month, here's another situation where you started a left-hander, and then midway through the ball game, you bring a right-hander in against a lineup that was supposedly set for a lefty, which maybe can be sometimes advantageous to the ball club changing pitchers. We'll see. Hardy has delivered a home run, his 20th in the 3rd inning, and he has popped out. His home run has given the Orioles the 3-1 lead in the ball game. Orioles out hitting the Rays 4-1 and leading it by a score of 3-1. Hardy, Jones, and Wieters due up. Badenhop's pitch will be taken outside.
Take a look at Matt Moore's line here. Just 4 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs, a couple of them earned, 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. That pitch count up to 94. So getting him out early, he was really laboring through this ball game. But I think you have to credit the Orioles bats as J.J. Hardy drives one into the gap.
Hardy's going to make the turn. He'll head to second base. Joyce up with it, and the Orioles get the leadoff man on here in the 5th inning.
Great job of hitting right there by J.J. Hardy, and I was just complimenting the Orioles offense for having such a great approach off Moore, really making him work. It's J.J.'s 28th double of the year. Another great swing, and he has been going to right field more often here recently, keeping him honest and then able to ambush some inside pitches like he did on that home run earlier in the ball game.
So Badenhop gets touched up for the double to start it out. Hardy's on at second base. Another 2-hit ball game, 2 for 3. And Jones coming up. And the bullpen active now. You see the righty-lefty, Ramos and Gomes. Badenhop has been very tough of late. 2.06 ERA since the start of May. He's had 8 straight scoreless appearances since August 16. You're not going to have one here. That's a base hit to right field. Joyce charging, got to hold the runner. Throw will be cut off. So Adam Jones gets the single. He's got a 9-game hit streak now, and the Orioles cover the corners with nobody out.
What a nice job of hitting right there by Adam Jones. Takes what's given to him, no outs, wanting to advance J.J. Hardy, and certainly he does, and it gives him an opportunity to possibly score there. Right fielder Joyce in tight, though. Take a look at this swing, pulling his hands on the inside, staying inside of that ball so well. J.J. Hardy hustling around, but DeMarlo Hale holds him up. Right fielder Joyce was in a couple steps. Got to that ball very quickly.
Boy, big chance for the Orioles right here. The infield will play for 2 with nobody out. Wieters a walk and a single. Badenhoff's pitch will be taken inside for a ball. Badenhoff's tale of 2 seasons has been home and road this year. His ERA at home is 1.67. His ERA on the road is 4.06. 1-0 count. 6 hits on the board for the O's. Wieters down to third. That'll be foul, chopping up some dirt in front of home plate along the way. 1-1. Wieters looking down to third, but it's his right now. He's 1 for 6 off Badenoch. Now Tampa Bay is going to have to shuffle through the bullpen. Probably matchups the rest of the way. One delivery. Off-speed pitch away, 2-1.
See, he's got good life on his pitches. That was a little changeup, but same type of life that he has on his fastball. Can induce a lot of ground balls with it.
Wieters has had a very good career against Tampa Bay, hitting .328 with 9 home runs, and it's gonna continue. Way back and off the base of the wall. That's gonna score 2 in the big jump by Jones. It'll come into second, no play at the plate. Wieters 2 RBIs, and the Orioles lead at 5-1.
Matt Wieters rakes this pitch up and out over the plate. Man, when he gets his arms extended, you better watch out. Drives it off the wall. Adam Jones gets a great jump at first base, and he has done a super job base running all year, but you see him just cruising in there. That tells you what kind of jump he got.
So that will end the 8 straight scoreless appearances by Berg Badenhop. He still hasn't got anybody out. He has given up 2 runs on 3 hits. And here's Reynolds, who has struck out twice. A chopper to second base. Roberts was playing the other way. Gets over, and there's a productive at bat as Wieters will move up to third with only 1 away.
Oh, it sure was. Nice job by Mark Reynolds. I saw Adam Jones do it earlier where he picked up the base hit going to the right side. It's nice, fundamentally sound baseball right there. Every run matters. Get Matt Wieters over to third base. Nice job, Mark Reynolds.
Cesar Ramos is going to come on to do the pitching. And here we go with the matchups. With Davis, the left-hander, coming up. A runner on at third and only 1 away. The Orioles lead at 5-1. Starting Monday, September 24. Hope you'll get out and buckle up and watch the Orioles wrap up the 20th anniversary season here at Camden Yards. 888-848-BIRD or go to Orioles.com. To the bullpen.
Yeah, Ramos now in for Tampa in relief of Badenhop. This lefty just recalled for the September push here. He's been in 13 games on the year, 1-0 record with pretty good ERA of 2.10. Been used in some matchup situations and also, some length. So he has some pretty good stuff. Lefty's hitting 208, righty's 136, but really relies on his the location of his fastball to have success.
This Rays bullpen has the second best ERA in the league coming in. Fewest home runs allowed, most strikeouts, third fewest walks. They have been excellent. The infield is going to be drawn in. Wieters at third base, one away. Chris Davis is grounded out twice and will take the pitch for a strike. Ramos came on to pitch on July 21, his first appearance in the majors on September 2nd. Since July 21, he's been up and down, a starter and reliever at AAA. And that pitch is going to miss in a 1-ball, 1-strike count. So their bullpen has had to get a little bit of help too, and he's one of them. Added late in the season for his third stint. Right over at third base, Keppinger holding the runner. Is the 1-1. Off speed to first. Wieters has got to stay. Scott will play it to the bag and get the out on Davis. 2 down. So the infield in works as they hold the base runner.
Pretty good job right there by Luke Scott knocking that ball down. Talked about the fact that he spent a lot of time on the disabled list but hasn't really played much first base, so opportunity for him to make a play there and save a run.
And that will bring Ford up. The Orioles with 2 in the inning. On Wieters' double, he's at third base. Ramos' delivery will be taken inside for a ball. The Orioles have 5 runs on 7 hits. The Rays have had just 1 hit, the Roberts home run. Now looking for a 2-out RBI from Ford. And will be into the seats and foul. One ball, 1-strike count. Ford got season high with the 2 hits, home run against the Yankees during the 4-game set. His contribution in the series was the 2 for 4 in that 1 game. 1-1 delivery on the way. There goes the bat all the way back. And a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Wieters off third base. Infield back, of course, with 2 away. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and that'll be inside.
Well, the Orioles probably pretty happy that they can get to the Rays bullpen this early in the ball game, getting more out of there. And this is such a big series. They can start tapping into that bullpen and using up some of those arms. Definitely advantage Orioles.
2-ball, 2-strike pitch. Ford in the off speed will go down swinging. So Ramos comes on and gets the strikeout, but the Orioles will get a couple of runs. Double by Hardy, single by Jones, and the 2 RBI double by Wieters. Gonzalez on the mound against Alex Cobb. Our coverage on MASN 2 HD 630 O's Extra presented by Jeep, followed by our game coverage at 7. All the access you need right here on MASN.
Should be a pretty good matchup. Alex Cobb 9-8 with a 4.28 earned run average. Really stepped up and done some nice things for Tampa. And Miguel Gonzalez been so consistent for the Orioles. 6 wins this year. That 3.62 earned run average has really been one of the heroes of this team. Step up and do what he's done. Luis Ayala now comes in relief of Steve Johnson, who did a great job going in for the injured Jason HAMMEL. Ayala's been in 57 games, done a nice job for the Orioles. 65 1/3 innings. Really been worked. Buck Showalter not scared to put him in any situation of a ball game. Lefties and righties even at 272 on the year.
So Ayala comes on. Johnson an inning and a third. 2 walks, 2 strikeouts, gave nothing up. Now Ayala will get the chance, starting with Keppinger, their number 2 hitter, Zobrist, and then Longoria. Keppinger's got an 0 for 5 rather against Ayala. Keppinger coming in red hot at the plate, has popped out and grounded out so far in the ball game. Right-handers pitch to him. Ayala will get it in there for a strike. They're playing in the top of the 6th inning in Boston. The Yankees now have a 3-2 lead. Lester started for Boston, left after 5 1/3, so the Red Sox are in the bullpen. Kuroda's on the mound for the Yankees. The 0-1 is a chopper. Good jam shot. Hardy's got it. 1 away. Our O's Extra postgame tune-in brought to you by PNC Bank for the Achiever in you. Jim and Rick will have a look back at this one. And a long way to go in it. Buck Showalter will listen in at the press conference, and player interviews and more coming up. And an update, of course, on Jason HAMMEL, who came out with that right knee problem. Zobrist has been called out on strikes and grounded out. He'll take the pitch for a ball. Zobrist 0 for 2. Lifetime off Ayala. That's going to be a base hit. Ford will chase this one down. And the second hit of the night for Tampa Bay. The first one, the homer in the 3rd inning by Roberts, and now the Zobrist single.
Orioles pitchers have done a really good job containing this Tampa offense. Even though they haven't really been a force this year, they've been playing much better as of late.
Here's Longoria. He's drawn a walk, denied a hit on a fine play by Hardy, his first time up in the 2nd inning. And he will take that pitch for a strike. Ayala this season, 5th game he's appeared against Tampa Bay. He has given up 1 run on 3 hits in 4 innings. Rays hitting only .214 off him, striking out 4 and walking 1. Oh, 1 count on Longoria. Longoria's played in this ballpark now in 35 games, hitting .286 with 9 home runs here at Camden Yards. Obviously, those 2 runs the Orioles put up in the 5th, ever so big, making it a 5-1 ball game. Ayala with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Longoria 1 for 3, a home run off Ayala. Zobrist at first base, 1-1 delivery. That's outside, snagged by Wieters, 2-1.
Yeah, you say snag, that's a pretty good play right there. Those kind of plays go unnoticed for catchers. But, I mean, how hard is that? I mean, pitcher's throwing 90 miles an hour and he misses his spot by 3 feet, and he's still got to put the leather on the ball and make a play.
Came right back inside, foul tipped into the mitt, 2-2. Two, 1 down. Zobrist trying to extend his lead at first. Not going. Got him. Ayala gets the called high strike. Zobrist remains at first. Longoria retired.
Now this pitch probably right at the top of the zone. Indeed it was. Ayala and Wieters get the call here. Little slider, backs up, stays up in the top of the zone. Well, I guess if Longoria has a hole, that might be one. Just work the edges of the strike zone right at the top there.
Now there are 2 away. Joyce has walked and flied out to right field. Ayala gets the pop up third base side, and that's going to come into the dugout area. Machado sliding. Don't get any help over there. And he's all, looks like he's all right. You know Buck's going, oh, please.
Well, pretty aggressive play here by Manny. He wants this out. Slides in, just catches the back. Yeah, lucky he didn't get hurt. Came in hard on that hard surface as well, but smokes the rail with his left shin. Nice effort, though.
Ball bounced right off the top of the railing and tore the pants. 0-1 delivery, taken down low. Orioles put the shift on in the infield. Matt Joyce trying to keep the inning going with 2 down. Only Manny Machado on the left side. Here's the 1-1 delivery, and that's going to be a high fly ball to center. Rainmaker to Jones. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base. Oriole pitching continues to stymie Tampa Bay, and the O's lead at 5-1. Extra base hit since that date, and that ties him for the rookie lead with Mike Trout. And on the elder side of it, Pierzynski's had 2 home runs against Texas, and that moved him into a tie with Carlton Fisk for the 2nd most home runs in a single season by a White Sox catcher with 26. Fisk had 37 and 85. Orioles lead at 5-1. Gorgeous night here in Baltimore, and the Orioles looking to pick up their 79th win and put a little distance between themselves and Tampa Bay and hopefully gain ground and tie the Yankees. First pitch popped up by Manny Machado, second base. Roberts went back to get it. Machado 1 for 3 now, 1 away here in the bottom of the 6th.
Look at the Orioles' last 3 games versus the Rays. They've outscored the Rays 10-1 and out-hit the Rays 20-11. Certainly advantage Orioles after both these teams have played so tight throughout their history. And into this year, even deadlocked at 6 games apiece. Here's Robert Andino. He has doubled and walked.
And the pitch in there for a strike. Ramos, the left-hander, staying on. Keep in mind, this Rays team, they've gone 17-9 on the road since the All-Star break with a 2.47 road ERA. That ball goes to center, hit hard, but Upton's there, and he's got it. And there are 2 down. Well, Pennant Fever struck Birdland. Your best way to get your hands on tickets for any potential postseason games here at Camden Yards is by becoming a 2013 full or partial season plan holder. Place a deposit now on the 2013 plan, including the convenient 13-game plan. You'll be guaranteed an opportunity to buy 2012 Orioles postseason tickets before the general public. Buckle up. 888-848-BIRD. Go to Orioles.com.
71-game season total.
Here's Nate McLouth, 2 down, nobody on. Leadoff batter, 0 for 3 in the ball game. Ramos's pitch will be taken down low.
0-2-2-1-5.
Talking about that Rays road record since the All-Star break, it is second in the American League, only to the A's. The A's are 19-7 on the road since the break. The Rays 17-9. Here's the 1-0 delivery. But the Orioles have come up in this ball game with 5 runs on 7 hits. Brian Madison, the bullpen for the Orioles. Red Sox have come back, bottom of the 6th, to tie the Yankees at 3-3. The Red Sox win and an Orioles win would tie the Orioles with the Yankees again.
Again, 3 times in a week.
Yep. Here's the 2-0 delivery. And a 2-ball, 1-strike count on McLouth. Hey, McLouth in that leadoff spot, trying to get on to use his speed. 2-1. That'll be down the line and foul. Orioles continue to play great against the East this year, 32-24. They in Tampa Bay are 1-2 with best records against within their own Eastern Division. It's the highest win percentage the Orioles have had in the East since 1989. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Ramos to McLouth. Bounces it foul.
That's pretty amazing, almost uncanny how both teams have played so well since the All-Star break, with the Yankees kind of faltering after that 10-game lead, and both teams staying so close to each other and now being matched up here, the start of final 6 games against each other, 3 at the end of the season, which really could be interesting.
2-ball, 2-strike delivery on the way. Breaking ball, and he timed it. Gets the base hit in the gap. Joyce is over. McLouth is on with 2 down.
Great at bat there by Nate McLouth. Battled off some tough pitches, gets a breaking ball, stays on it though, down in the zone, and you see him stay through this pitch, uses his legs to go down and get it, and drives it into the gap. Nice at bat by Nate McLouth.
So McLouth on with some speed. Hardy at the plate. 2 RBI homer, his 20th. Doubled and scored in the 5th. 2 for 3 in the ball game. And gets to hit against the left-hander. 2 away. That is in there for a strike. For Hardy, 13 of his 20 home runs this season have come here at Camden Yards. He's taken advantage of that short left field where the ball flies out. And Hardy tonight put one out in the 3rd inning. He's hitting over 270 against the Rays this year. And the strike called in the outside corner, goes to 0-2.
Couple good pitches right there, both fastballs, one on the inside corner, and then spots one away on JJ to get ahead.
Easily back to the bag. Matt Moore, starter, 3 runs, 2 earned, 4 hits over 4 innings. Badenhop came on in relief, 3rd of an inning, 2 runs on 3 hits. Now Ramos on. Here's the 0-2 runner goes inside. Molina's throw a one-hopper. Hitting. Rolls away. Backed up by the shortstop ZOBRIST. And that hurt Roberts. That's one of those slides right into the hand and immediately bent over.
Oh, Roberts in a lot of pain right there. Late jump by Nate McLouth. Throw down low. Roberts tries to catch it on Nate. And this boy jams his wrist or hand. See him just try to catch it on him, try to get that out. But see his wrist bend back a little bit there. Hopefully he just jammed it. Nothing too serious, but he's in some pain.
That glove wrist. McLouth gets his 8th stolen base in 9 chances.
Well, as an infielder, you definitely want to try to catch that ball on a runner's body, especially if it's up the line a little bit, but you don't want it to really be on that front side where you can jam it. You'd like to be more on his back or just on the side of his body.
Well, been a good night injury-wise for players. Orioles lost their starter, Jason HAMMEL, with a knee problem after just 3 2/3, a run on just 1 hit, a walk, and a strikeout. Nate McLouth out there at second base, who slid in, just kind of looking on as the trainer and manager work on Roberts. That doesn't look too good.
No. Really not anybody's fault. It was just bad timing. I mean, I think Roberts, if he could do it again, he'd try to catch it in front of Nate McLouth, but it's just one of those unfortunate accidents there. Just a bad timing play. The ball and his glove and Nate's body arrive all at the same time. Runs it back. You can tell he's in pain right away.
Short on the bench in the infield with Sean Rodriguez, one of the super utility players over the years for this Tampa Bay team, is on the DL. That's why they've got ZOBRIST starting at short, Roberts starting at second base. He wants to stay in the ball game.
Well, certainly one of the fears for all managers, especially if you're in a playoff hunt, is just the fear of injury. You don't want your players, especially the guys starting 9, anybody to go down some sort of injury.
He's staying in, but obviously less than 100% for the moment anyway.
Yeah, I guess the tell will be, can he swing a bat when he goes in.
We'll find out. He's due up third in their half of the inning.
Well, nice job by Nate McLouth anyway to get that stolen base and into scoring position for J.J. Hardy with 2 outs.
Well, let's see if the Orioles can get 2-out RBI via Hardy. 1 ball, 2 strike count, 2 down. The Orioles have gone 3 for 8 in this ball game with runners in scoring position. Good number. That's another number they've continued to improve on here over the last month in particular. Big lead at second for McLouth. They're not going to try and hold him. And Hardy will go to the hole, and he's got a base hit. Francisco, runner coming to the plate. No chance, cut off. 2-out RBI. And a big game for J.J. Hardy. That's his 3rd RBI of the ball game and his 3rd hit.
That RBI obviously set up by the stolen base by Nate McLouth, but good job of hitting. Inside pitch. Drives it into that hole. Nate McLouth obviously with that speed scoring easily, but nice job on the end too by J.J. Hardy. Just hold his ground at first base. You don't have to run into an out there. Nate McLouth is going to score easy. Gives Adam Jones a chance to do something big here with 2 outs.
You saw our Kia Pitch Track brought to you by Kia Motors. To learn more, visit kia.com. So a 2-out RBI. Orioles have their 9th hit, and they lead it 6-1. Jones singled his last time up and scored. Drives that one to center. Upton coming in and will make the running catch. But the Orioles get one with 2 away, and you see why the manager likes to have McLouth at the top. He's got speed. Set up the RBI for Hardy. That bat 31826 will go to Orioles.com. Big nights for these two. Help set up that 6th run as McLouth with a stolen base after a base hit, and then Hardy the RBI.
Yeah, you know Buck Showalter's pretty happy about that, inserting Nate McLouth into the leadoff spot, filling for Nick Markakis while he recovers from the broken thumb. But J.J. Hardy having a huge night tonight. Three hits, double, home run, 2-run home run, and an RBI there in that last inning.
Ayala will stay on, and the pitch a strike on the outside corner to Ben Francisco. Francisco 0 for 2. He has struck out Flydo. Keep in mind the Orioles have come up to 6 runs on 9 hits against the staff that leads the majors in ERA. Fouled off. 0-2. Joe Maddon's team relying on their pitching and defense, and so far in this game both have failed them. Unearned run in the first inning and the error charge to Joyce, and the pitching has surrendered the 6 runs on 9 hits, and the Orioles have left 6 others on base. Here's the 0-2 delivery, and just outside by Ayala. 1-2.
Nice try on that 2-seam fastball, trying to bring it back over the outside corner. Has such great life on that pitch. Pretty close. Gets into Francisco's head now. He's got to protect.
1-2 delivery. Taken down low. Francisco an 0 for 1. The only time he has faced Ayala. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Fouled off. Obviously one of the decisions, and it took a moment before Ayala came back out because Ryan Mattis was warmed up in the pen. Decision on how you're going to use pitchers in the near future. Mattis is ready to go out there with Luke Scott, the left-hander, coming up. Whether or not Buck Showalter wants to keep Ayala in for 2 and then be able to give him a day or 2 off, or you want to take him out of there after this hitter and then bring a matchup in with a lefty on lefty.
Well, I think it's pretty important to have Luis Ayala's arm here for possibly the next 2 games, you know. So I think Buck's obviously thinking about that, not wanting to overextend him because these games are so important. And if you can use your bullpen the right way and have strength throughout this 3-game series, the better off they're going to be.
A couple of souvenirs. Francisco way out in front of those. And the count goes to 2-2.
Starters row right there.
Yeah.
Gonzalez, Chen, Tillman, Britton. Some pretty good young arms.
Tillman had a good outing through today in his return. Here's the 2-2 delivery, and came up and in. Foul tipped, held on to. Ayala gets his second strikeout, and that's going to be it for Ayala.
Well, Ayala's working away and in, and then surprise attack at the top of the zone with this fastball, and Francisco can't get it.
Well, with that strikeout, Bruce, you've won another $100 from the Maryland Lottery. Our Maryland Lottery contestant of the game wins $500 for being selected, another $100 for every strikeout recorded. So far, 5 strikeouts, that's $1,000. For all the latest info on new games, current promotions, and second chance contests, visit mdlottery.com today. Ayala is on.
Ayala did a super job for the Orioles. Well, Brian Mattis supposed to come in and face Luke Scott. He's been a lefty specialist. Pretty good numbers coming out of the bullpen in that role. 10 strikeouts in 6 innings pitched. A couple earned runs at 3.0 earned run average as a reliever.
And the pinch hitter, Jimenez, will go after the first pitch. First base. Reynolds in foul territory. Boy, there's a gimme. Jimenez came off the bench, took a couple of swings in the on-deck circle, pinch hitting for Luke Scott, and goes after the first one and fouls it off. And now Lobaton is going to come on as the pinch hitter for Roberts. So Joe Madden now in the 7th inning, down by a score of 6-1. Got to try and get every matchup he can that might favor their getting somebody on base and getting something going.
That's right, and he probably wasn't very happy with that last at bat. One pitch, easy out to Reynolds.
Lobaton will take the pitch for a strike. Oh, 1 count, 2 down. Jose Lobaton hitting at .231 on the year, and the off-speed pitch will be taken up high. Ryan Mattis really getting the job done here in this relief role. Came up from AAA on the 24th, put in the bullpen. Granderson's got the only home run off him. He's stranded all 9 runners that he's inherited so far.
Yeah, which is really probably one of the most important things. I mean, he's coming in tough situations, a tough left-handed bat with runners on base, and he's leaving those runs out there.
Here's the 1-2 delivery. Lobaton able to just get a piece of that and foul it back. Lobaton has had a 3 for 16 against the Orioles this year. 1 home run, 4 RBIs. 2 down here in the 7th inning. Only 2 hits in this ball game for the Rays. Here's the 1-2 delivery, and he's gone. And Brian Mattis comes on and just takes care of it in a hurry. 3 up and 3 down on this anniversary of 9
meeting, just a reminder, and makes you realize how really, truly what we do every day, not that important. It is for those 3 hours, and believe me, we grind the heck out of it, but when you see that scale, you know, it's like, really? You know, I'm worried about that, but, you know, I've got my own feelings on it that nobody wants to hear.
Like Showalter, prior to the ball game, commenting on 9/11 and baseball's role, that it has played a very big role back when it occurred, when baseball shut down and then opened up in New York again, and on September 11. And we shall not forget on the bases. And our 7th inning stretch time is brought to you by Jack Daniel's Tennessee Honey. Fly straight and drink responsibly. A lot of changes here for Tampa Bay as we go to the bottom half of the 7th inning. J.P. Howell's on to pitch.
Yeah, J.P. Howell, they've gone to the bullpen quite a bit now up against Matt Wieters. It's been used a lot, 46 2/3. Lefties hitting 184 and righties 224. So definitely a good arm out of the pen for Tampa.
Oh, the Orioles will try and add to their lead with all the pinch hitters. Chris Jimenez is going to stay in the ball game for Luke Scott, who'll play at first base. Johnson will stay in the ball game, come into the ball game, and Lobaton will come on to do the catching. Johnson's at second base.
Well, you can see why Howell has some success. Kind of has that funky delivery, so pretty deceptive. Stabs that ball in the back.
Center field, base hit. Oriole bats are alive in this game. That's 10 hits for the Orioles. Matt Wieters has got 3 of them, and he's been on all 4 times to the plate. Take a look at our Inside the Numbers, brought to you by Kia Motors. To learn more, visit kia.com.
Here they are this season. Batting average through August 5th, 203, but since then, 313. Mark Reynolds has just been red hot. Look at that slugging percentage of 7.58. And at-bats per home run, I mean, that's Babe Ruth-like at 7.6.
Did you like that? Just amazing. So hot that the other day the Yankee hitters, when he was taking batting practice, just before he started, were coming out, we mentioned, and touching his shoulder.
Yeah. And
smiling like they wanted to have a little rub off.
Well, you know, a lot of the Orioles players are doing the same.
Exactly. 1-0 count, bottom of the 7th inning. Orioles lead at 6-1. Reynolds down to third. That is a fair ball. Great stop. There's one. Relay to first. Double play. Keppinger to Johnson. To Jimenez at first. An outstanding play to start that at third base.
Boy, it sure was. Mark Reynolds smokes this ball down the line. Keppinger kind of protecting, so just a step and a dive. Both knees down, but that's a strong arm. Very accurate throw to Johnson, and Johnson with a really quick turn to get Reynolds on the end.
So that will take off. The Orioles leadoff single by Wieters. 2 down, nobody on. And here is Davis. The left-hander Ramos worked an inning and 2/3, a run on 2 hits with a strikeout. The Orioles got 3 runs, 2 earned off the starter Matt Moore, 2 more and 3 hits, third of an inning off Badenop, a run on 2 hits off Ramos. Darren O'Day in the bullpen for the Orioles. 1-0 count. Davis on a sweeping breaking ball away. The Orioles are trying to win another game in which a left-hander started. They are 23-14 in that department right now and have the lead in this ball game 6-1. And the pitch is in there for a strike. Davis checking with Marty Foster, the home plate umpire.
Yeah, making sure that that's as far off the plate as he's going to go and as far down in the zone as he's going to go. That was a borderline pitch.
Here's the 2-1 delivery. A little lower on that one. Three ball, 1 strike count. Right back here tomorrow night, game 2. And then a 12:35 day game on Thursday. Here's the 3-1 delivery. And that's there. And the count will go to 3-2. It'll be Miguel Gonzalez and Alex Cobb. Gonzalez 6-4, Cobb 9-8. 2 starters scheduled for tomorrow. There's Gonzalez for the Orioles. Orioles have not named a starter against Jeremy Hellickson for Thursday. Got that one up in the air, deep to left field, and goodbye, home run! He got it up, and Davis got it out. And the Orioles have a 7-1 lead.
Swing right there by Chris Davis up in the zone. You make a mistake on Chris Davis and he is strong like bull, driving it the other way.
So the Orioles 2 home runs in the ball game against this pitching staff that overall has given up the second fewest. Here's Lou Ford and a chopper down to first base. Jimenez is there, will step on the bag to record the out. But the Orioles add a run on a couple of hits, no errors, nobody left on base for Chris Davis. His 25th launched the other way. The 11th hit, 7th run for the O's. Hardy, first choice for you, as he's had a 3 RBI ball game, a double, single, and a home run. Adam Jones has contributed, a walk scored, singles scored, and for Matt Wieters, 4 times up, 4 times on, a walk, a double, 2 singles, 2 RBIs. Text in your vote, A, B, or C, 31826.
Darren O'Day now coming in relief for the Orioles. Pitching has been doing a great job in this ball game. Darren O'Day's been in 58 games this year with that 2.22 earned run average. Very effective. 57 strikeouts in 56 innings. Lefties hitting 208 and righties just 203 off Darren. So effective from his sidearm delivery. Has a nice sinker, has a rising fastball and a sweeping slider. He can locate all of his pitches. He's been right on his game here recently.
Good job by both Ayala, an inning and a third, a couple of strikeouts and a hit, and Brian Mattis 2/3 of an inning and a strikeout. And keep in mind, Mattis was brought in to face left-handers. They pinch hit 2 right-handers and he got them both out. O'Day goes to work now in the 8th inning. Elliot Johnson hitting in the number 9 spot. This is the first at bat for Johnson in the ball game, playing at second base, hitting in Molina, the catcher spot. And that pitch will be in there for a strike. Hardy with his 3 RBI ball game has equaled a season high rather. He had 3 RBIs against Seattle on August 7th. It's his 9th 3-hit ball game for J.J. Hardy. In the air to right field, that one is walloped way back, and goodbye home run. So Johnson in his first at bat delivers the long ball, just the third hit and the second run of the game for Tampa Bay. 7-2.
Well, Darren O'Day trying to, he backdoored a slider, and this one just got too much of the plate here. Looked like Matt Wieters setting up in, wanted to try to jam him with that pitch. He reaches out and gets it. Good part of the bat on and drives it out over Lou Ford's head in right field.
6 home run, 32nd RBI for Johnson. Upton at the plate. He is flied out, grounded out, and struck out. Down to third base. Machado backs up, makes the nice play, and gets the out. Orioles have been able to keep that speedy leadoff batter off base. This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Orioles may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Orioles. Gary Thorne and Mike Bordick here at Camden Yards for the first of 3 against this Tampa Bay team. 7th inning, 3-3 Yankees Boston. Orioles a game behind the Yankees, 1 game ahead of Tampa Bay. Jeff Keppinger 0 for 3 in the game, and the strike of the knees. Bay's delivery to him is up high for a ball. This is the first time since '93 that the American League East top 3 teams have been separated by 2 or fewer games. '93 was the last time you had 3 teams this close in the East. Keppinger, the 1-1 delivery to him, and that's going to be a base hit into center field. Keppinger on with a single as Tampa Bay tries to mount some offense here late. This is the first inning of the game where they've had 2 hits in an inning.
Yeah, they really haven't been able to muster up much offense against the Orioles pitchers, but that leadoff home run there sparked a little momentum as Keppinger's kind of staying hot too with a base hit up the middle. But O'Day really with that sinker just 1 pitch away from a ground ball and getting himself out of this inning.
Here is Ben Zobrist. Zobrist single. He's 1 for 3. And we'll take it. Zobrist, a switch hitter, hitting 280 right-handed and 254 left, but this is his power side. He's had 13 of his 16 home runs from the left side of the plate. 7-2 ball game. Here's the 0-1. That will miss, and a 1-ball 1-strike count. The first pitch fouled off at the plate. Zobrist with a 2 for 2 lifetime off O'Day. Joe Madden checking that card for who he's got available. Lots of names with the expanded roster. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Zobrist will take it outside, and the count goes to 2-1. You get in a ball game like this where you come in 7-1, you're in the 8th inning. You're probably trying to hustle this game along, and you just want to finish it off as quickly as you can.
Yeah, you still have to execute though, make good pitches. Can't give in. I mean, we've seen how the offenses can fight back. We saw some great comeback wins over the weekend with the Yankees, and Tampa Bay certainly has the potential to drive in a lot of runs. So you have to continue to try to execute your pitches and not give in until that last out.
2-ball, 2-strike count, 1 away. Keppinger off first base. 2-2 to Zobrist. He'll pop it up. Maybe. Wieters. Nope. Run out of room. O'Day's had a lot of work against Tampa Bay this year. It's the 8th game he's appeared in. This is the first time they've gotten a run off him. Previous 7 2/3 innings, he had given up nothing. No runs, no hits. 1 walk and 8 strikeouts.
Well, Darren's done that to a lot of teams this year. I mean, he's really stepped up and become a big game type pitcher, pitching himself out of some big jams and coming in relief.
Play is going to be at first base. Machado. Good one. Infield is moved around. Wieters hustles down to third base to cover up for the third baseman with a runner at second.
Well, that's some winning baseball right there. Nice job by Matt Wieters, understanding what's happening around him. We're just talking about that you don't let up. Well, that's proof in the pudding right there. Matt Wieters hustling down to third base to fill in for Manny Machado, who vacated to make that nice slow roller play.
So now with a runner at second base, that will bring up Evan Longoria. Tampa Bay has only had 1 shot with a runner in scoring position, previously 0 for 1. Longoria's had a walk, has struck out and grounded out. Tampa Bay is 0 for their last 14 with runners in scoring position against the Orioles. If you go back 3 games, this one and the 2 previous games where the Orioles shut them out, they've not had a hit in 14 chances. Dane De La Rosa in the bullpen. The Orioles have had the 3 for 8 with runners in scoring position tonight. Here's the 0-1 delivery, and that'll be taken outside. Orioles will get their setup man up. Pedro Strop in the bullpen. 7-2 ball game. 7-11-0 for the Orioles. 2-4-1 for the Rays. O'Day with a 1-1 delivery outside.
Nice try right there on that slider in the outside corner. Evan Longoria very patient, waiting for his pitch. That's a pretty good take on a tough pitch.
Overall this season they've gone 34-19 when he plays, 43-44 when he doesn't. 2 ball 1 strike pitch to him, and that's in there. He has one of the quietest bats and stances, doesn't he?
No, he does. He's nice and quiet. He just stands up there. There's limited movement, but my oh my, when he wants to swing, there's a lot of aggression coming out of that, a lot of thunder in that bat.
23,828, 23,828 Oriole fans on their feet. 2-2. And the count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Longoria. Keppinger down at second base, 2 down, a run in on the homer by Elliott Johnson. Three-two delivery. Got him. Went outside and struck him out. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 left on. The home run by Johnson adds another, but the Orioles up by 5. To support the American Heart Association Heart Walk. To date, 411 walks, $20,550. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield encourages each of us to take that first step towards a healthier and more active lifestyle. Deeper to the bullpen with the Orioles leading it by a score 7-2, bottom of the 8th.
Well, Dane De La Rosa comes in the ball game. He's only pitched the 1 inning, 4 hits and 5 earned runs, so he's been roughed up since he's been in there. More of kind of another arm down in that bullpen, just in case situations like this. Certainly, they'd like him to throw up a 0, but he's one of these emergency guys, more of an inventory arm for the bullpen here through the month of September. But he's a big guy, has a nice fastball that he can get in the mid-90s, a little breaking ball, and lefties are going to see a pretty good split finger fastball out of him.
He's 29 years old. He was their closer at AAA out of Torrance, California. He's been a workhorse in the minors for the past 2 seasons for the Rays. Manny Machado will lead it off against Machado, 1 for 3, single and a stolen base in the game. At bottom of the 8th inning, and Machado will take it up high for a ball. (1-0) Manny Machado. Big right-hander's overhand pitch to him down low.
See Darren O'Day in there talking about maybe his pitches to get that out on Longoria. A couple good sliders there in the end to finish him up. Longoria thinking about swinging at that slider.
And Machado will take the pitch up high for a ball. So Ryan Roberts, the second baseman, who was injured on the Nate McLouth stolen base, has left the ball game left forearm strained.
Well, that's better than a broken bone, I guess.
Yeah. Machado 3-0, taking a strike. Orioles starter Jason HAMMEL came out 3 2/3. Right knee bothered him, tweaked it. He'll have to wait till after the game. Jim and Rick will be by with the post game and perhaps have an update on HAMMEL. 3-ball, 1 strike count. Manny Machado waiting on it. Big cut. And the count goes to 3-2. Dane De La Rosa. Major League debut was last season at the age of 28 with the Rays. 7 relief appearances over 2 stints with the big club. 3-2 delivery. High in the air. Second base. Elliott Johnson. 1 away in the 8th inning. Orioles have got the lead in the first inning and have not looked back. Orioles, an unearned run in the first, put them ahead. A home run by Roberts in the 3rd inning would tie it up, but the Orioles got 2 in the bottom of the 3rd to go back on top, and then have added runs along the way. 5th inning they got 2, 1 more in the, another 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 5th, and 2 in the 4th. 1 down, and the pitch will be taken down low. Andino, a double and a run scored. He's walked and flied out.
Offensively, really a big performance by the heart of this order. Hardy, Jones, Wieters, actually Davis hitting that solo home run, but Hardy and Wieters with a big night. Of course, Jones, a couple runs scored. Big base on balls, has been running the bases so well.
Again, a night of many contributions. 2-0 count. Andino with 1 away. He'll pop it up first base. Jimenez over, and there'll be no play. The Orioles are after their 40th win at home, which would be 1 more than they had all of last year here at Camden Yards. The Orioles were 39-42 at home. They've got 39 wins here right now at home with only 32 losses. So they can another improvement. One of the many numbers we continue to talk about, getting better for the O's this season. 2-ball, 1 strike count. Andino lashes that one back.
Pedro Strop down there biding his time. Good opportunity to get himself back on track after a couple rough outings against the Yankees over the weekend. Hard time finding his command.
2-2 delivery and struck him out with a heater. Foul tipped into the mitt.
Robert Andino had some pretty good cuts on fastballs this at bat, but this one just at the top of the zone. Unable to get to it, just fouls it off right into the catcher's mitt's glove.
De La Rosa with 2 down, nobody on, and the leadoff batter Nate McLouth. Two down. McLouth a single and a run scored, set up by a stolen base he had in his last at bat. Hitting at 267, and his speed when he's gotten on has made a difference in ball games. 1-0 delivery to him. McLouth will take that one for a strike.
Yeah, and he had talked earlier about, you know, the importance of a leadoff man. You know, numbers are completely out the window in his mind. He just wants to do things to help the team, get on base any way he can, steal a base. But as far as the offensive big numbers like home runs and doubles, it's not his job now. As a leadoff guy, he needs to do little things to help his team, set himself up for hitters like J.J. Hardy and Jones and Wieters.
Markakis, of course, was hitting .335 leading off the rest of the Orioles on the year. .207. That's why McLouth is absolutely right. Any way to get on and line it up for the bigger bats behind him will help the cause. 2-ball, 2-strike count. Nick Showalter's team looking for victory number 79. They are 3 outs away from getting that. 2 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 2-2 delivery off speed. Another shattered bat. This is going to be a real tough play. McLouth will beat it out. ZOBRIST had no chance on that one. McLouth gets his second hit in infield variety with 2 down.
Nate McLouth, his bat goes flying. Bat head goes further than the ball on this one. ZOBRIST, risky play even throwing that ball with Nate McLouth's speed, risking throwing it up the line. Those are the type of plays you just have to eat it as an infielder.
So Hardy with another chance, triple, and he's going to hit for the cycle. He's had a homer, double, single, 3 RBIs, equaling his high in the season for an RBI ball game. Runner at first and 2 outs, and Hardy will take it for a ball. Hardy is now upped his average to 236. He's got 62 runs batted in. Here's the 1-0 delivery to him, and that's there for a strike. Hardy has not had a 4-hit game this year, but 9 3-hit games, including this one. De La Rosa, 1 ball, 1 strike. McLouth staying at first. That one in the air to left field. That's going to be back near the wall, and goodbye, home run! A 2-homer ball game and a 5 RBI game for J.J. Hardy, and the Orioles have a 9-2 lead. Skip the triple.
Heck with the triple. How about another home run? Sure enough, his 21st of the year. Such a dangerous hitter.
What a night for J.J. Hardy. And the Orioles have 9 runs on 13 hits.
Look at that. 3 home runs tonight. 5 runs by way of the home run. That's the way the Orioles live.
Strike to Jones.
Take a look at J.J. Hardy's swing. A breaking ball down and in. J.J. goes down and gets this one. Nice. Drives it out over that 364 mark. Another great swing for J.J. Hardy.
The 0-1 delivery. High in the air towards left center field. Upton, the center fielder, coming over. And he's got it. So Hardy, with a swing of the bat, with 2 down, picks up his second home run of the ball game. 5 RBI game. Orioles 3 outs away from winning it as they go with a 9-2 lead to the ninth. At Southwest.com and by Dodge. See your authorized Dodge dealer and experience a world of performance, design, and fuel efficiency. Schedule a test drive or go to Dodge.com and check out their powerful lineup. Gary Thorne, Mike Wardick with you as we go to the ninth, and the Orioles have a 9-2 lead. 5 of the 9 runs have come with 2 away in the ball game tonight, and Strop on to finish it off.
Yeah, Pedro Strop, certainly Orioles wouldn't be here in this position without him, but he's had a rough stretch here in his last 7 innings pitched, giving up 8 earned runs. Still good numbers, right? He's hitting 171 off him. So use this opportunity to try to get him back on track, because they need his arm here in the next couple weeks and hopefully into the postseason.
So looking to have a solid inning. 9-2, the Orioles up, out hitting the Rays 13-4 in this ball game. Strop will face Matt Joyce. 0 for 2 and a walk in the game. And we'll get the pitch in there for a strike. With the multi-homer game picked up by Hardy, it's his second of the year and the 9th of his career. He did it back on May 6 against Boston. Strop will handle that one. Joyce retired.
Nice play right there by Pedro Strop. Former shortstop, so has some athletic ability. That was a good play right there.
1 away. Ben Francisco has had an 0 for 3 in the ball game. One down, nobody on. Strop. That ball to the gap. They weren't playing in there. Jones was shaded over to right field. He'll get over to cut that off. Throw coming into second will not be in time. And Francisco will pick up a 1-out double here in the 9th inning. Let's update you on the voting for the AT&T Player of the Game. There are the results so far. For Hardy on top. Text in your vote A, B, or C. 31826. Results on the O's Extra postgame show. Hardy with the 4 hits in the ball game. That's the 10th time he has done that in his career. First time this year.
J.J. Hardy, of course, having that big night. But he had a pretty big night last night. He went to the football game. I was talking to him and a couple of the other guys today in the dugout about their experience. Went over to the Ravens game, and he said that he had chills when they introduced the Orioles, and the crowd over at M&T Bank Stadium went crazy. And he said that was one of the best feelings he's ever had. He and Adam Jones and Nick Markakis was over there. Of course, Cal and Brady were there as well. All of them got recognized, and he said that was something special. He said, wow, did I get a good feeling.
And the results are right now kind of the same, too.
Yeah, exactly.
As the Ravens had. Here's Carlos Pena pinch hitting. Talk about a disappointing season. This is one of the biggest disappointing seasons in baseball. Carlos Pena, it has been one long struggle. He's hitting just 192. 17 home runs, 51 RBIs, $7 million plus contract coming back to Tampa Bay. And it hasn't worked. 1-0 count. Runner at second base with one out. Strob's delivery to him. One ball, one strike.
Well, Pena, his whole career, really been an all or nothing type of player. Never hit for a high average, but always had that power potential. Big home run numbers, but this year everything down.
One ball, one strike delivery. Just by the way, the 9 runs on 13 hits, neither is a season high against Tampa Bay. They've given up as many as 13 runs and 18 hits in a ball game. However, we repeat, the Orioles have done this against the best pitching staff in baseball if you go by the ERA, and against Matt Moore, who came in with a 3.66. Pena waiting, the 1-2 delivery to him. Cuts inside, 2-2. Hardy's had the 5 RBI game. Wieters has picked up 2. 1 unearned run scored in the first inning. Up and down the lineup, everybody contributing. 2 ball, 2 strike count. Pena's gone.
I'll tell you what, if Pedro Strop can spot his fastball, he's going to be back quicker than we know it. A couple real nice live fastballs here. 98 on the outside corner to get Pena.
Oriole fans up. Try and finish this up. Sam Foles going to be the pinch hitter. 2 down, runner on at second base, 9th inning. Red Sox Yankees tied at 3 in the 9th. Yeah, and the pitch will be in there for a strike. Ball game that figured to be a whole lot closer than this, based on how these teams have played against each other, and the Oriole offense went at it tonight. That'll miss down low. 1-1 to Fold. Fold with a very good 296 average on the season. Another one of the players in and out of the lineup based on matchups. 2 for 5 as a pinch hitter. That'll be away, 2-1. Down to third base, Manny Machado's got it, and the Orioles win the ball game. 9th inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on. The Orioles come away with a 9-2 victory. Steve Johnson's going to get his 3rd win and go 3-0. Matt Moore will take the loss. He's going to be 10-10. And the Orioles will await the outcome of the Red Sox-Yankee game to see if they are tied for first or remain a game behind the Yankees. Ball.